Hello!
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Ironkeep Chronicles. I am your host and dungeon master, Mr. Tom Lommel. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Every week, I assemble an all-star cast of brilliant role players.
Oh, stop it!
To flummox my plot, ruin my plans, and talk over me.
Crosstalk. God, I got a song about this today.
Let's meet those players, shall we? To my left, which is this side, but to your right, which is this side, Mr. Kyle Capps, everyone.
Yeah! Hell yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Tell us one new ability that Jorvin, the Badger Slayer, gained by leveling up after last session.
Jorvin, the Forest Gnome Ranger, upped his dexterity and his wisdom because he is a little bit more dexterous and just a tiny bit wiser.
Oh my god!
Alright. So he's wiser. Oh, okay.
A little bit, yeah. So
do you feel like there was anything in the story that actually caused him to become wiser, or is it purely a mechanical decision?
You know what? Yeah, that last battle.
Defend your choices.
What? Oh god!
They're under attack.
I feel so attacked.
They're under attack. Always be role playing.
Yeah. No, like because that deals with I have proficiency in survival and perception, and that's my spell casting mod. So I think it's something that as I've been going through, especially with kind of like keeping an eye out for things, and with the obvious betrayal that we just had. I think it was pretty obvious. Okay. That's all I saw.
All right, very good.
But I feel like that has definitely been something that he's want to kind of make better for himself.
Make better.
I was debating whether or not I should do intelligence or wisdom, though that was purely metagaming because they were both odds. So I was like, ooh, which one should I up? Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. I think wisdom is a fine choice. It's a logical.
Now I got a DC 13.
Oh yeah. Vicious Ranger. All right. Also to my left, over here, but who cares? Amy Vorpal is back in the hot seat.
Why would you say who cares?
Because everybody on chat understands my relationship to everyone else on the screen.
I thought that was part of my
Everyone
intro.
is very excited to have you back, despite the scintillating job that Jesse Hendricks did last week.
Yes, very, very cool. I love Jesse Hendricks much. My name's Amy Vorpal. I'm playing Lawnwood Lowstorm Baba Becca, and you can call her Lowstorm. She is a Goliath druid, and she's looking for a fairy. Yeah.
What's something that a new power or achievement that she gained by leveling up?
Okay.
Or do you want to? Are you trying to keep it on the DL so
Definitely
you can surprise me?
No, definitely upgraded my wisdom to 18, so now I'm +4. And I think that makes my spell save DC. I didn't print that sheet because there were just so many sheets, but that's I think a 14 now.
Oh, I see.
And I got some cool new spells. I got locate plant or animal.
So many.
Oh.
Which will be fun. And then I also got...
That's great for my mushroom gathering.
Yes! I also got Hold Person and Druid Craft.
Ooh.
Oh.
Wait.
Well, good thing I didn't get Hold Person. That would have been awkward.
Did you get Hold Person?
No, I didn't.
But maybe you did.
Wait, you guys don't call each other late at night and discuss what spells you guys
I mean, I think I texted you actually.
Yeah.
When I first made Strum, I was texting Amy and going,
I was
wait,
on your...
what are your spells?
I was on your
laying on the bed with the rotary
What did
phone,
I
just like, oh my
There was
god.
one spell that you were considering. I was like, sleep. I'm like, don't get sleep.
I do that. Kyle brought it up as a joke, but that really happened.
I really don't like sleep.
Havana Mahoney, everyone.
Hey guys. I'm playing Strum from a Kinku bard with a penchant for shiny things and singy songs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you going to sing us a song later today?
No, Amy stopped inviting me to join her, so I'm just over here. The bard of the party, but I'm not invited to sing the songs. That's fine. I don't care. I don't even have feelings.
No, it doesn't get to you at all. I can see that.
That's fine.
Evan, you were telling me about
This doesn't have any lead in it.
What's the problem?
Would you like a pencil?
He's not even paying attention to my passive
I
aggression.
am. I hear it loud and clear. I have reasons,
That
but
one.
I like you doing this better than making excuses for myself.
Eric Reichert, everyone.
Well, you didn't ask me the special question you asked everybody else.
Well, would you like to tell us what special ability you may have unlocked or something that you have achieved now that you're level 4?
I would tell you. You don't care.
I mean, you're the bard, so I figure it can't be anything mind-blowing.
She took another level.
Dang.
he's not worth it.
I would have done it if I wouldn't have like accidentally hurt Luigi over there.
That's right. My dog is sacked up.
That's the only reason why he brings Luigi.
That's
To protect himself from me.
the vicious attack dog. I have a running joke. My wife and I have a running joke that if our apartment ever gets broken into, we will know who did it because we can just go on Instagram and we'll see Luigi. And they'll be like, oh, they're with this guy, whoever's account this is. Because our dog will just walk off with anybody who walks
Aw, that's
in.
terrible.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
That's most dogs. If you're like nice to them, they'll be receptive. Dogs can like pick up on your energy. So like I don't know that like Luigi would be receptive to that sort of negative, aggressive force in your home.
What quality do I possess that you think Luigi has picked up on?
I know you think you're a fucking piece of shit, but you're not. So
You're not me.
You had an opportunity to take a shot and you didn't. I appreciate that.
okay, well I don't like easy shots. All right.
Speaking of a real piece of shit,
Why
Eric
did you just-
Reichert, everyone.
Well, mostly. He's mostly.
First,
Listen, I have a spell that does damage now. Okay.
Oh, nice. What
I
is
wanted to
it?
share with the class.
I want to hear it.
What spell?
It's shatter.
We weren't listening.
Shatter.
Debating that for a while.
I know,
Good
and
song.
in my mind, it's the heavy metal version of Strum.
Yeah.
She pulls out an electric guitar and just goes.
Shatter.
Yeah.
Who is what is the song that says that? They're like, and part of the song they go insects, 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 insects.
Insects?
Sex and sex and sex and sex and sex and sex. But it's like a classic rock song. It's like da 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 da.
Damn it. Chat will let us know.
Shattered.
You'll let us.
Shattered, yeah. Oh, Shimmickson! Thank you so much.
What the fuck?
Wow.
What
Check
the
out
shemek?
Chitlin.
out the door.
What
Yes,
the
thank
shemek? What the shemek is going on here?
you. Robert
Awesome.
Shemek.
What's in 72? Do we get a prize?
David Fact.
What is
Yes,
that
of course you get a
sound?
prize.
Will you introduce Eric already?
He's done it 3 times.
I keep trying, but mostly in an effort to skip over anything you're going to say.
I know. That's why I want you to do it for real now.
So, anyways, we're just gonna start.
So what do we do last?
Eric, as the least appreciated member of the party,
I'm so-
that matters.
But self-inflicted.
Player
cheating.
and
Backhanded
character.
compliment.
I would say I'm appreciated as much as I should be.
He also thinks he's a piece of shit.
I'm
I
not
don't know
gonna
where you guys
disagree.
get this.
I mean, I've been there, but
Dungeons and Therapy. Welcome, everyone. You may be thinking we're playing D&D tonight. No, we're going to reveal our innermost problems and grapple them in a very heartfelt manner
Alton Newberry,
through the exercise.
fighter. I picked Mage Slayer as a feat.
Oh.
What is that?
That means I can, if a caster casts a spell within 5 feet of me, I can attack them as a reaction. And if they are making a concentration, like if they have a concentration spell and I attack them, they're at disadvantage against their concentration checks.
dang.
That's
So-
just your 4th level thing?
Yeah, I picked that.
He took a feat instead of doing the 2
Yeah.
bumps or whatnot.
Oh, can anyone do that?
Yeah, you can pick a feat or raise your.
Yeah, you can take a feat. You want?
Oh, why
Do you want to do
didn't I
Mage
know
Slayer
that?
too?
But
Yeah.
I mean, it was after he was fighting his ex-lover Lurg, and he went up to fight him like a man, and Lurg spawned an eye out of his forehead and fired a laser beam at him, and he realized he had to learn.
oh my god, what the hell is a lurg?
What is a
Wait,
lurg?
you were here
No,
for
Lurg was
Lurg?
his
I
ex.
remember lurg, but I didn't know that lurg had a class.
I think Lurg was actually taken
He doesn't
over
have any class, that's why it didn't work.
by some sort of monster. And we killed the monster first.
Yeah.
And then I went back and I killed him again because I kept getting back up. And I think this time, I actually killed,
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't have killed him the second time. That was
We
actually
attacked
Lurg.
them, and then they fell, and then like this shadowy stuff fell off them, and then he thought, well, since he's lying there unconscious, I might as well stab him to death.
It's called a double tap, and it's very common.
Wait. What was the problem?
He didn't just think
They might have been possessed.
He actually looked at the guy and saw, oh, I killed him and knocked him down, but wait, he's still breathing.
Well, my two choices were to attack her or that thing. Well, I was confused. I was under like some sort of confusion ray where I just kind of attacked wildly.
That's true.
I did ride you like a surfboard into space, though.
That's what we did the night before when I was a lizard.
No.
Oh, this
was a second time. Yeah, there was definitely a Hellraiser box that we kept touching and kept getting fucked up.
Why would you keep touching it then?
Don't.
Y'all are like bad journalists.
I didn't get
Alright.
fucked up.
Okay, what happened?
Well, welcome everybody from the front page of Twitch. It's good to
Hello.
see you all.
Oh, welcome.
This is the Ironkeep Chronicles. We are running a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game here.
Hypothetically. Allegedly.
It's very definitely a Dungeons & Dragons. I'm not saying it's a well-run game of Dungeons & Dragons, but it is definitely...
More self-deprecation.
We have fun here.
I'm adorable. All right.
I'm adorable.
So before we get to the
really all
recap,
over.
if you do exclamation point tips or exclamation point unlocks, you can see the various ways that you can influence the outcome of or the circumstances of tonight's game. Several things have already been unlocked.
Have they?
Thanks to Shimmickson. And we have a couple of, if you sub up or resub or are gifted a sub, you can give a reroll to someone here at the table. So let's take care of some of that business first of all, shall we?
Do you want to do the intro song?
But let's do the intro song.
Yeah.
You will notice at the $100 level, which is only $28 away, Amy will do an original song that she's composed specifically for tonight.
Yes, it is not.
D&D
It
song.
is not for Tom. It is to.
It is at Tom.
It is at Tom.
At Tom Lama.
The second person is R.E. Tom.
Let's kick off the show.
Okay. 4-1. Oh well, hold on. My counterpart.
I'm sorry, I'm so used to you not including me, I've forgotten I was involved.
Here we go. For one reason or another, I left my father and mother and everything I've known. Oh, they say they are always with me. I know it's true, I do believe. And they say to go, oh, go forth to where the forest is deep, and look for the one who's looking for me. I accept this quest. I will do my best on my journey to Ironkeep. On my journey to Ironkeep. On my journey to Ironkeep.
Ta-da!
Yay!
I love it.
I forgot the strum pattern at the beginning.
That's okay.
we
It's
got
been a
it.
couple weeks.
We got
That's
on
all
it.
good. So, a couple things.
Yeah!
Thank you so much.
$20 away now.
Kayaneus and Modern Chow for kicking in some donations to the table here, to the game. Bastion Fields has a reroll, and they are giving it to the table. So whoever feels like they need to.
But not you.
I'm part of the table.
That does not fucking include you, Tom.
Okay, all right. Okay.
You know it doesn't.
David Flagel, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Like,
Whoa! Oh my god, I did like a legit double take. I was like, thank you. Whoa! Like that was
Speaking of David Flagel, they give 2 rerolls to Havana Mahoney.
Yeah!
2 for me?
2 for
Oh my god, thank you,
you.
David.
Yes,
Damn,
so that's
Tier two.
happening.
Those are rerolls?
As a
Tier two.
result of our donations, and again, if you do exclamation point tips or unlocks, you can see what's on the ladder here tonight. First of all, the table gets inspiration.
Oh heck
So
yes.
that's happening. That's you, yes.
Oh,
that's you. That's you. That's you.
It got real messy.
These are our little inspiration idols.
Yeah.
so to speak.
Hey, thanks, mister.
Yeah, so that's cool. The entire table receives 1 reroll each, including yours truly.
No!
There's one for you.
That's fine.
That's mine.
Yeah, Amy, I had
Thank
to
you very
be
much.
you while you were gone.
Wait, am I missing something?
I had to be you. I had
It's
to
right,
be the
right there. It's under your
There
finger.
you go.
whatever Amy wants. It was
Yeah.
whatever Havana wants.
Whatever Havana wants.
Awesome.
All
I
right.
thought you meant that you played Lowstorm, which would be
I
awesome.
did do a number of Lowstorm impressions, but that's not out of the ordinary.
All right. And thanks to our various unlocks, the table gets 6 bumps that you can use to boost any dice rolls
Bump it up.
that you make. You can't spend more than 3 on a single roll, but you get 6.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
that's
each person gets 6?
Each person, yes. It was double unlocked, so
This is any d20 roll, right?
it's any die roll. So if you want to boost damage, you can do that too.
We
my
do it
God.
before?
You have to say that you're spending them before you do the roll.
Okay. Oh,
That's all.
okay. That's
You know who else did an impression of you, Amy?
was it him?
Tom did a Lowstorm, and it was
Pretty dead on.
It
Oh, it was bad.
it's really bad.
was-
Look,
The first one was not great. The second one was better.
Tom's really good at accents and characters, so that surprises me. Wait, was it really
None of
good?
us knew what character he was.
Yeah. Alton picked up this magical cube that had sucked your soul away, and he tried to. He's like, "I believe in you." I'm like, "Who is
Oh,
that?"
so is this a demon? It's the demon, right? It's the demon. Is that the demon?
Why does the demon believe in
Yeah,
us?
the self-help Cockney man voice? How did you not know that's Lowstorm?
All right. For the people who are new, who are visiting us from the front page for the first time, who would like to give a very quick and concise recap of what happened last session for Amy's benefit, as
Kyle.
well as for the people who are joining us today on stream?
I'll take this one.
All right.
We all voted for you. Don't be like that.
We're all getting what we want.
Look it. There was a vote, but I'm taking a victory lap. So, there was a ritual. We attacked during the ritual Talfi, who was, who we brought to the tower. They were being, have their life sucked out of them during the ritual. Because quickly, Talfi switched places with Lowstorm for unknown, not entirely sure how that happened, but it happened.
There was a magical ring of energy that affected everyone, and
Oh,
Storm
that's
failed
right.
her saving
Yeah,
throw.
there was like, yeah, so
So she got swapped into
anyway,
the
a bunch of
circle.
people. We killed a lot of the people. Eric murdered his ex.
You?
No,
you murdered
I
him.
No, I'm putting this on him now.
Okay.
We're remembering
It's
it
gonna be
differently.
a Gregory situation where like suddenly it becomes a thing where
You did kill Gregory.
I rewatched that. I rewatched that. Thawne has killed Gregory.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel very strange.
Most of it was the fight, but let me just say that at one point Lowstorm was dead, and I wept for her. And it
You
was a
did.
very beautiful moment.
You did.
Kyle legit would not stop crying.
It
Like,
got real-
OOC would not
It
stop.
got real uncomfortable for me because I can't deal with emotions.
It got uncomfortable for me because his tears are projectile.
Yeah, like anime tears. Just like,
So yeah, there was an evil sage who was conducting some sort of ritual using this magical black puzzle cube.
Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
It's a
And
Hellraiser
he was
cube.
sucking memories
Satanic.
out of people and then remanifesting those memories as like fighting spiritual minions. You managed to take the cube away from him, defeat him.
I took it away several
no,
times.
And it sort of it exploded
it
at
to
the
you.
end, right? It
Something-
exploded and
yeah.
he essentially like disappeared.
No, the
Oh no.
Say-
Yeah, but we brought you back because
Maybe
you
bring
were
it to-
calling from the cube, and Eric figured out, or Alton figured out like that we needed to like somehow pull you out of the cube in some way.
Yeah, essentially your consciousness was sucked into the cube through this magic ritual that it had been performing. And so your body was alive, but it didn't have its spirit inside of it. And through their through the power of friendship and sharing memories of you, they drew you back out of the cube and reinstated
You did?
yeah, we all
That's
shared. We all
brilliant.
shared our favorite memories of you.
Oh,
I think
that's-
Alton's was weird. I don't remember, but it was something
probably
very.
weird.
It was something.
It's kind of sinister.
Yeah, it was very self-serving. It was like,
Oh, perfect.
yeah, just like
Didn't one-
I'm gonna miss how much Lowstorm likes me or something.
Did one
like
of those jelly memory goblins steal my first meeting with
Yeah,
her
the
at
memory
one
of your
point?
first
Yeah.
time that you met Lowstorm,
And-
but you got it back.
I fought him to get it back.
You
Yes.
did.
I did. I got it back.
That's
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I don't. Oh, you were missing out on this high five.
By the way, Amy, there's also a new high five that
Okay.
goes across the table.
Okay.
Oh
Do you
yeah.
want to demonstrate?
Yeah.
I think we just go to bed.
Are we?
Wow, that didn't work at all. All right.
Oh, and then Strum Thumb. Everybody shared their memory, and then Strum Thumb did an impression of Lowstorm saying, "This is tribe, this is clan," and then
Yes.
And your consciousness was restored to your body. You did a similar ritual to bring back Talfi, right?
Yeah.
Talfi lost that memory though, because I think someone else killed the.
Yeah, I don't know what happened
But
to
is
that.
Talfi alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pyre
Yeah.
has escaped.
Talfi is alive.
Yeah. They are not doing great,
No.
but they are alive.
Pyre was sucked into the
He
cube.
was sucked into
Yeah.
the cube.
Talfi.
In a good way, like we wanted that to happen.
like trapped in there some.
Okay.
And
Oh, do we
Talfi.
have the cube?
We have it, and then Talfi has like not only is Talfi's okay, but like the memories and like spirit of Shalfi, the leader, is now within Talfi, so they are
So
both.
super capable now, right?
But that Shalfi was the one who communed with the devil.
Well, that's what we were told.
But we think
But it
it's
was a lie.
PRs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Master
they were
PRs.
trying to
Yeah.
cover their shit
Yeah.
by spreading some.
Rumor.
There was a
Don't do it.
booth. There was a booth at Comic-Con that literally had a Rubik's cube that was fashioned to look like the Hellraiser cube. But it was a
so scary.
prototype, and they wouldn't sell them there. I really wanted to.
You couldn't steal it?
I know.
It was behind
Thank you,
glass.
Wagner and Follow.
Oh my gosh.
And
So,
Monstrosity Jones.
thank you to that other John Stewart, Monstrosity Jones, Volkner 12, and Fallen One
Wow,
121.
so many. Thank you so much, everybody.
So much love.
Damn,
Did we say
We have
we're
a
on
couple different
fire.
things going on. First of all, thanks to the donations of the chat, a moment of heroism has been unlocked for each of you.
Oh,
That is
heck
a,
I feel like
yes.
that's the fastest it's ever happened.
a
know.
rules-breaking kind of game-changing possibility for the players to invoke at their discretion. The other thing that happens is that other John Stewart sends a reroll to Havana Mahoney
Yeah.
in celebration of Eric's upcoming birthday. Pretty exciting.
That's so thoughtful.
Thank you, Jay Stewart.
So that's happening.
Classic.
Yes, and before the hour
Turn
is
them out
out,
as fair play.
Amy will be singing a special song for us.
Yes, I will.
So
Yay,
keep that
thanks
in
for
mind.
unlocking that. It's called Long Rest.
I'm just gonna sing with you. I don't know the words or
Awesome.
the tune, but
I'm in.
I want to be involved. So.
Okay, sounds good.
Long rest, long rest, long rest, long rest.
It's a long rest.
It's a long rest.
It's a long rest.
I'm going to nod agreeably the entire time.
You did
All
do
right.
that. This is music.
No, it sounds more like this. This is music.
Is
Who
that the voice you
is
did?
that?
Is that the
Who
voice you
is
did?
that?
I don't
That
know.
is a
Amazing.
I
demon.
did a really terrible voice.
That's really great.
All
Literally a
right.
demon.
So to reset the scene, the combat has recently finished. Low Storm, you struggle back to your feet, and one thing that happened to you while you were being consumed by this evil ritual is that your skin began to like lose its bluish tinge, and your tattoos started to fade away. But they are now flush back, full in.
And you gained some new ones
with
too.
detail.
I did.
You have a couple of tattoos that you don't recognize. Yes.
One's a toilet.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's true. That's canon.
Is it?
I don't know about the toilet part, but sure.
Why is it a toilet?
No, I don't think it is.
Oh, that's a joke.
No one
You
is
have a
sure.
full back tattoo of Jarvan just going.
Fallen on 121. Thank you for the donation.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Very
much.
nice. All right. The Talfi has the cube. The cube is about yay big, right? And it is floating above their palm. And Talfi looks around and says, "I have some things to tell you."
Oh, girl.
Right.
There are others inside the cube.
Like ones we should save or ones that probably we shouldn't let out.
This is
I-
Black Razor all over
Yeah.
again.
Don't know that we know them well enough to be able to draw them back to life. You have to invoke memories that are not inside the cube in order to connect their life force to the soul inside this object.
But do you remember any of these people?
They are the fellow sages that we encountered on the boat. They are the fellow sages who were possessed by Master PRs here in the ritual.
Well, I have.
Lurg is within this cube, or at least the faded remnants of him.
Nah, he can stay there.
Well, are you Talfi or Shelfie right now?
I am both Talfi and Shelfie. The Master's
Like a Digimon.
essence has merged with mine. Part of my soul scribe abilities have enabled me to accept the Master's essence into my own.
I've got a real important question. Should we come up with one name to represent both of them?
Well, but
like
normally in these situations, you know, when you have like,
Talfi.
yeah, exactly. You have like you have Ben and Jennifer, and you call them like Benifer, you know.
Right.
But like in this one, it's Talfi. How do you?
I don't mean to interrupt.
To Shelfie.
I mean, this is a very important conversation, but if we could maybe help those trapped within the cube, I feel like it's a more pressing matter than.
Then it's settled. Sir Talfi.
I say Shao Tao.
Chi-Town.
Shao Tao.
You may simply call me the Master's apprentice.
Oh, then you can call me the Fairy Seeker.
Okay.
It's actually not.
I'll call you that.
We're one fight in, and already he's giving himself some grand titles here.
Who's the Master?
Shelfie was
Shelfie.
the Master.
Well, then aren't you the Master now?
I can't claim that power. I only have fragments of the Master's ability. I certainly won't be able to reinstate all of his powers into myself
If you
immediately.
eat an apple, are you then an apple?
Oh yeah, you've consumed that essence as well.
Oh, sorry?
I think
Because they consume. If you consume the, I get what you're saying.
I don't.
If you consume the essence of something,
But an apple doesn't contain memories.
You don't know that.
I guess I don't.
Aren't there spells that allow people to speak with plants? How are they
Sure.
speaking with them if they don't have souls?
Yeah, I can kind of do that.
This is why I'm glad I don't eat plants.
What?
What?
Oh, you don't need anything. We need to talk about that more.
So we have memories of some of these individuals, I'm sure. Is there a way?
Yeah, my head's rolling around with memories up.
And I certainly have a lot of very fresh wounds with.
Wow,
fresh
hey,
sub.
thank you, fresh sub.
That new sub noise.
Thank
what
you,
is that from?
Nikio and Blorpwad.
Ooh, Blorpwad.
That sounds like an attack on my last name.
It's a great noise.
Vorpal, Blorpwad.
I'm gonna stop
It's
calling you
definitely
Blorpwad.
It's definitely that.
Blorpod.
Who did you get shipped with to become Blorpwad?
Blorpwad, a robot.
Vorpal and yeah, that's true.
Faulkner sends their reroll to Vorpwad Blorkdog.
Thank you so much.
And Fallen One 121 gives their reroll to Havana Mahoney.
Hey, thank you.
Uh,
I know it's my birthday week.
Oh,
I thought
are we
Eric's
there yet?
birthday was.
It's always
coming
a
up.
birthday
It was
week,
Eric.
This is why I love you, because you know what's up.
The apprentice tells you, I don't think we can reinstate the monks who were ambushed on the river. Their bodies were buried. They're far away. The only way we can.
were just doing the best we could with
Yes,
what we
in fact,
were
you
given.
told us to do that.
I don't think he's blaming us for
No,
this.
I'm not
I
casting.
can't handle this emotional pressure right now. We all
Nobody's
almost
pressuring us
died.
down. It's okay. We're all fine. Everything's fine.
Okay, so
Have a cigarette.
they're buried because of you, and now what?
I'm merely pointing out that the method by which you reinstated my consciousness and Lowstorm's consciousness only works if their still living body is here in the room. In our presence.
This is like Coco. 'Cow. 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 '
Eric would
Do you know what I'm talking about?
literally,
This is like Coco.
I think, die if he saw Coco. He doesn't have the emotional capacity for Coco.
The depth
Beneath
is
this,
just too
beneath
great.
this stone wall is a very fragile young man.
He's just a little goo ball.
Oh,
The only one, yeah. So we need to find people who remember them, right?
Well, you would also need their empty body, their physical form.
So we could save those in this room.
But their bodies were manifested from the memories. They weren't their actual corporeal forms.
Wait, what?
Their memories were connected to their corporeal forms.
But where are their bodies? We didn't put their bodies in
No, the three who were assisting Master PRs are still lying here.
Oh, they are?
Oh,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
sorry. I thought we were still talking about the
Lurg and
river.
two other assistant sages are still in the room.
Oh, you have memories of Lurg. You could do that.
Yeah.
Lurg's body is dead at this point, unless you have some way of quickly recovering them,
no.
or you want to use your moment of heroism to somehow break.
Oh my gosh! Eric, yes. Okay. I thought that was gonna take a little bit more.
All right. So for those of you who don't know, a moment of heroism is sort of a game-breaking moment where you get to do something that wouldn't normally be allowed by the rules. You roll 2d10 and you add your proficiency bonus, and if you score high enough, something exactly what you want happens, maybe even better. And if you don't score high enough,
If
then
you
it
fail,
can go very, very badly.
He's gonna shit.
Thank you, one unique beast.
Well, I already killed him twice, so you
Alright.
know you can't kill him thrice, as they say.
They do say that.
Let me just. You did say any roll.
You can't put bumps on this. I'm sorry.
What about
no bumps, no rerolls?
What about?
No. This is just a straight up. This is a straight up. This is
the game break
not
roll.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but
11.
12. So mixed results.
okay.
Oh no, 13. But
All right. So first of all, why don't you describe for me? Just tell me what you're trying to do, and describe for me how you're attempting to accomplish it.
We have to roll our HP.
That's true. We should also roll it since everybody leveled up. Before we do anything else, let's roll our hit points quick.
Woohoo! Okay.
So what do you have for
A
hit dice?
D8.
A D8. Thank you for reminding me that.
Yeah.
Yes!
Seven.
7
What's
plus 2 is 9.
Nice.
So now I'm at 35, Dom.
Oh, I'm not changing that.
Woo! Yeah.
10.
10
Dang, son.
plus 2.
Do you have a D10?
5.
I do. I have a
And what do
D10.
we add?
Your
Wow.
con bonus.
So that's a.
Oh, that was a stinker.
Well,
It's just 5 for
I
me.
rolled max all the other times,
All
so
right.
I can deal
You can
with
take
it.
the one.
I have such a soft body.
All right, very good. So again, tell me what your goal is and how are you attempting to accomplish
God.
this?
He
So-
rolled a 10 on a 10.
A 10 out of 10.
So when Talcy says we need to with our memories and it's and I having brought Lowstorm back with our memories of Lowstorm, I go over Lurk's body and I go, Lurk,
I know we didn't always see her.
What? Did you have a
That's
hay
her
fever
lowest.
attack?
That's her lowest number impression.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good, right?
you dumb bastard, what have you gotten yourself into this time? Come on then, get up, you son of a bitch. And then I lean forward and I kiss him on the top of the head.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No, okay.
Wind it back.
Okay.
Try again.
Okay. Then I kiss him gently on the lips. And I-
Wind it back.
okay, I don't know what to do.
Oh, you know it.
I don't.
On his nipple.
Is that how it goes? I don't know. I've never.
Yeah, just give him a little pinch.
And as I do it, I take out a little,
Clothespin.
Why?
Cloaca.
No, that's not how that works.
Okay.
I take out a handkerchief I had, and it wasn't originally Alton's, and I place it in his pocket.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Uh-huh. All right. Okay.
Have to?
All right.
Whoa, Alton. Oh my gosh. Did he gain a good alignment? That we
Yeah,
didn't
all of a
know
sudden
about?
he became. When did he become a good person?
Yeah.
You don't have to be a good person to love, you idiots.
Idiot.
All right. So you scored a mixed result on this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right.
Gizmo.
So you see that he is surrounded by this black crust, this black crust which is flaked off of him and forms almost like a halo on the ground around him, and you hear him suddenly just like startle back to life, like a sudden wet inhale. And as he does this,
He shits.
He already did that.
the black the black crust like melts, right? It turns into a wet, kind of viscous, oily fluid, and it's
Oh my god, it's the sarcophagus fluid.
and it turns red.
drink
It turns red, right? And it forms his shadow behind him as he bolts upright.
That doesn't seem good.
And you see this red outline behind him that as you glance at it, for a moment you're taking in like, oh, I can't believe that this worked. He's actually alive, and he's coming to, and he's responding to this last ditch effort that I didn't believe would ever work. And then you look just over his shoulder and you see the shadow. Just the outline, kind of like look left and look right, and then
No, I take it.
slurp out the
It
window.
slurps away.
Yeah.
Stop! This is my nightmare.
I said it was a mixed
So to his
result.
feet.
You fire several arrows into it, and they hit the cobblestone, but basically like the shadow kind of like forms
venom.
Oh yeah,
an opening around like the
are
arrow
venom.
hits, and it literally like spasms, dilates around it, and continues to like wriggle off.
Oh,
and it-
fuck.
It's like a symbiote.
And before you can even catch up to it, you fire
Like that girl.
you fire three arrows at it, and you realize that it doesn't go out the door; it just goes into the cobblestones.
Oh damn!
No.
Did something like that come out of me when you pulled me out of the cube?
So many.
Rip all the stones up. We gotta find it.
Okay.
Give me a strength check.
Stand for love.
Thank you.
Okay, great. I am so strong. I can't tell you how strong I am, but I got a 6. Oh, get him! Get him! I'm gonna get you!
And maybe it's the fact that you yourself feel exhausted from having been
Maybe.
subjected to this magical evil ritual with the floating black
And
puzzle
also I have
cube or
bad
whatever.
wrists.
Maybe you just have bad wrists, but you pull on the biggest. You try and get purchased. You just. Oh, I can't do it.
Glowstorm gets the world's biggest hernia.
Yeah, you feel extraordinarily tired, as if your physical reserves have been drained.
Oh, I
not
can't get
merely-
him! I can't get him! And if I can't, who else can?
Definitely not me.
Definitely not me.
Lord, sort of oblivious to all of this, looks at you and says, Alton, I hope you will forgive me. I didn't mean to harbor all of that resentment. I didn't mean to treat you so badly when you arrived. My mind was clouded by
Demons.
that thing, and the memories which I truly treasured of our time together, they were corrupted and twisted into memories of hate and resentment. But I want you to know that's not how I truly felt.
It's, it's wonderful that you're being honest. Glad you're not dead.
So dashing and polite. Who could resist?
It's too late to apologize.
Wait, so we're back on. Everyone's back on the same page. That what you had was a 3-night stand.
Yeah, is it still canon that he's bad at hugging?
No.
Standing? Did you hug at all?
Oh, or it was a moment in time that you both will always remember.
It's a private thing that we don't have to discuss.
Oh, we
Or we have Strum sing about it in song openly to the public.
In the Big Baba Becker tribe, we always talk openly about this. It's the most interesting part of the tribe.
Maybe if you draw a picture
All
of it,
I'm-
it'll help us understand.
Willing to say is that it was certainly more than 3 nights, but it was
Did you just roll for that?
unquestionably magical.
It was 10 nights.
Oh, magic was involved?
Oh, Alton's not magical at all.
The magic of passion.
I'm sorry.
Keep going.
The magic of love.
Feel free to stop. You've been through a lot. You probably...
If there's one, if there's one thing I've learned about Alton is that he prefers his privacy.
Oh,
That's
does
all he
he?
prefers.
Well, he already told us about the hug, so...
Yeah.
He said he was. Yeah, he said he was. Well, no, he said he was good at hugging.
He said you were bad.
I did not say that.
Didn't you?
Somebody was bad at it. I
No,
do
he
remember
was
that.
Oh, you were
I
bad.
am not...
He said he was good at hugging a little bit too much, so we all inferred that he was bad at hugging.
But
And-
Well,
we
a
hugged
gentleman
and
never
he
tells,
said-
does he?
But as long as it.
Yeah.
Oh, was he? Well, as long as everyone had a good time and nobody got hurt.
Shelfie, perhaps you...
It's
learn-
Tal Shaft.
It's to shelf.
The
To
Master's
Shelfie?
Apprentice.
The Master's Apprentice.
The
I believe
essence of the
Lurg...
master.
I believe Lurg is tired and should probably go to his quarters now and not talk to my companions anymore.
No, I think he will be quite useful in essentially liquidating information on what exactly just happened. What was it?
Yep.
Master's Apprentice. Was it indeed I'm sorry. What was the other gentleman's name that we just?
Piaris.
Lurg?
Piaris.
Oh, Piaris.
Yeah. Was it Piaris that had made the deal with this evil being? They had pointed to you to making a deal with a nefarious entity from another plane. I don't want to say demon anymore. I feel like that it's gone off the rails.
Yes, there is some sort of entity within the cube, and it possessed a series of people, ultimately ending with Master PRs, who then betrayed Master Shalfie.
Mm.
Yes.
And what was it exactly?
Its name is Garakas.
Oh, Garokis.
We may have written this down last time, actually.
I don't think you got the name last time.
And where does it come from?
I do not know the origin of it, but it is either attached to or imprisoned within the Anamnesis Cube.
Anamnesis? Is that what I was in?
That's the name of this
And
object.
I was in there.
Yes, yes.
And so I saw those other people too.
Yes.
Yes, it
In
was a-
fact, perhaps that is where some of your tattoos come from.
No, I didn't take anything out of there.
No stone. Counter tattoos?
1, 2, 3, 4, 103, 104, 105, 1067. Yeah, there's like 2 more than there should be, and I don't recognize them. Is that a memory that I never had, but someone from the cube maybe did?
Yes, when you're imprisoned within the cube, you're not
Oh, wow, thank you.
You're a cloud of beings. You're.
So I could have a different name as well.
It is possible, yes.
I don't know what you tell me what it is.
Well,
who did I get inside me? Who's it? Who's doing that?
If I had a gold coin for
Who's in there? Who's in there? I said, who's in there? Tell me.
That's great at talking, but you get it all the time.
Give me a charisma check. You're commanding this creature to reveal itself, or these memories to reveal themselves to you.
I'm turning into tax, so they pond real quick. Oh, nice. 15.
Okay.
Charisma, just straight up.
Yeah, if you have a modifier.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, all right. And you hear in your head, you hear a very solemn voice say, I am Quinn.
Oh, hello. Are we tribe? No.
Quinn?
Yes. We are clan.
Yes, we are.
We are bonded. We are tribe.
And what is it that you do? Because I'm a druid.
I am learned in the ways of the world. I am a sage.
Oh yes, that's right. I remember you. And you're a woman, Quinn?
No, I am a man.
Yes, right.
I was a man.
Well, you're a woman now.
Does it matter?
No, it doesn't.
I
But
think it's
I
pretty
just know
generous
that
in
there
there.
are Quinn women and Quinn men. So I was just curious, really. No, it doesn't matter. So yes, you know a lot of things. I've got a Quinn in me.
I don't know as many things as I did. Many things have been stripped away from me. But the essence of who I am survives inside you.
Tell me what
Lowstorm.
Tell me what these tattoos mean.
So you start to look down at your own skin and where these new tattoos are, right? And one of them is of a telescope, right? And it is fairly ornate tattoo because it's inscribed in a circle around it are various astrological symbols, right? And he says, this represents my study of astrology and the heavens, my rudimentary ability to foretell the future. It represents years and years of training.
Oh well, it's lovely to have them here with me. It's the most detailed tattoo I have on me. Mm-hmm. It's in 3 dimensions. That's amazing. I mean, not really, but there's shading and perspective and everything.
Yeah, yeah. And as you look at it,
no idea what 3 dimensions.
And as you look at it, and he talks about how it's the it represents his years and years of study. You do see for a moment there's a flash of color that goes around the wheel of the astrological symbols.
Wow.
Right. Normally, like most of your tattoos are just in stark black, ink upon your skin.
Yeah. Purple.
Okay.
Blue.
Yeah, purple, dark purple.
But
there's a momentary kind of flash of illumination as they all become multi-hued. And then they settle back down to just their basic purple.
Alright, you're making my tattoos better! You lighten up like a holiday!
Apparently there is more to our bond than just sharing
Oh shit!
consciousness.
Is he your inner fairy?
I'll have to ask you. Are you my fairy?
And actually you can you can feel him inside your mind, kind of like riffling through your own memories, trying to understand what
Like a filing cabinet
what do you
there?
mean by this, It's just this odd tingling that you get sort of at the base of your skull as he's interfacing with your brain, right? And he says, I am not the fully formed fairy creature which you seek. But the future tells me that I can be bonded into such a creature.
Oh, wait. Whoa. Oh, well, we're having...
We cannot hear any of this.
You're just like, you just go, oh.
Oh,
I
friends.
think she really liked that hug. I'm sorry.
So is that...
I'm like, do something, she's
only
stroking.
tattoo I have?
No, so the other tattoo that you have is you see...
Pick up that spell to clear effects.
The other tattoo that you have is of a leaf, and the leaf is crumpled and dry, and it's laying on the ground.
Aww.
But there is a pair of spider legs and a couple eyes peering out from underneath the leaf.
Trapdoor spider.
And he says, "This tattoo represents my love of nature and the outdoors."
Oh, I love nature too.
Yes, that is one of the reasons that our spirits have commingled like this.
Wonderful, but you like the shadowy creatures more than the out in the daytime creatures?
This tattoo represents my feeling of safety within the forest.
Right.
The tower here, as you know, is deep within the ironwood, cut off from any other civilization. And this tattoo represents the comfort of being surrounded by nature, the freedom of being unseen.
Then we Quinn, my new friend inside here, he...
What?
Go on.
No, Storm, you've been standing there for 5 minutes looking at your own tattoos. Making
Yeah, are you
noises.
okay?
Did you see it line up like a holiday?
No.
It did.
Okay, we believe you. It just-
Wait, did we see that?
Anyway.
Did they actually line up, or that's like in her
Give me
mind?
perception checks. You're obviously like,
Oh,
something's going on.
I'm so good at this
but
now.
19, so 24.
Oh, I'm not very good right now.
24 for me.
That's a 10.
I saw it.
19.
You totally saw it.
Hopefully. I don't know.
Yeah, well, so you know Lord Storm so personally
Lord
that
Sturm.
Lord Storm that when you know, to see her examining her tattoos is maybe a little bit odd, but when she looks and sees one that's new, you definitely know, oh, that's a new one. So you saw the thing light up. Not only did you see it light up, but you recognize, like, oh, there's these two. She's got these two new tattoos that you don't know. She's told you every single story about every tattoo that she's had
Multiple times.
So for you to see these two, are like, I don't know that.
We go tit for tat. I tell you a news story, you tell me your badger story. I tell you a news story,
I tell you
a badger story.
And you just happen to see, you know, catch the two of them kind of like, you know, gazing at.
I mean, I
at
saw
this
the
thing.
flash of color.
So, I have a sage in my head, and the most important thing is that he says he might be able to become my fairy eventually.
That's wonderful.
Wait, but is that tattoo of the skies? Are those the stars?
Yes, it's the stars and the astrology behind them, because Quinn loves nature and he loves astrology. He loves nature and he loves astrology, see?
I may just be, you know, coming out of left field here, but a few days ago, did we not see a star fall from the sky?
Yes! Quinn, did you see that?
What does that have to do? That seemed. We had a memory about that they were looking for the star. Was that the box? Was it the box that fell from the?
Do we all have?
We were sent on a mission by Master Shalfie to retrieve the star.
Ah, was it ever found?
Wait, who are you?
I'm Quinn.
Oh, this Quinn.
Lobster.
I'm saying everything. I'm repeating this out loud.
We were sent by Master Shalfie to retrieve the star.
That's wonderful.
Say what?
So, Master's Apprentice, can we have these memories taken out of our head that were forced in there?
You need a fairy.
What?
Huh? That's what Quinn said. He said maybe he could be bonded with a fairy.
Yes. Can congratulations.
No,
I'm
but
only-
if you...
I just don't want another. Do I have a person? I don't want that. I have a lot of memories that are not mine. Do you want them?
I can attempt to extract them, but I would need to try to tap the power of the cube in order to do so.
And that's bad.
Where did the cube come from?
The only other recollection I have about the origin of the cube is that it was brought to Master PR's by a half-elven druid named Beligor Orbrin.
That's different from the Grand Druid.
Beligor Ordrin. Beligor came here to have his fate read by the sages of the tower, and Master PR's did the reading, and during the course of that ritual, Beligor revealed the anamnesis cube, and it then possessed Master PR's. Master PR's then corrupted several of the other sages and eventually confronted Master Shalfi and destroyed him using the cube, or absorbed him into the anamnesis.
Wait, so why
cube.
did the half-elf druid bring the cube here in the first place?
Fresh sub. Thank you very much.
He
Thanks,
was
Fresh Sub.
likely compelled to do so by the
That Pete.
entity within the cube.
So you're saying it's probably not a good idea for you to start messing with him.
I believe it is unpredictable what the outcome would be. My understanding is that the cube will continue to attempt to tempt its possessor or absorb and corrupt its possessor.
Oh,
I hear it calling to me. It sounds like a little pug.
At that point, I just try and smash the cube.
Really?
All right.
We talked about this Ghostbusters.
Oh wait, should we not be touching the cube? But we need to kill it. Obviously, it doesn't seem.
But if we destroyed it, might release everything that's trapped inside.
Also, it's
Is
like
that a real cricket?
yeah, it's very magical.
Very intense.
That's really
Wow.
intense.
So, are you going to try and strike this thing?
I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill it.
Yeah, if he does, I'm gonna stop.
Okay, no, I
Listen,
won't.
Jordan,
I won't.
I like where your head's at.
Okay, yeah, I do lift up.
No.
Okay.
I like where your head's at.
Okay.
I just don't think the power of your fist, or really any of our fists, can destroy
I'm at risk.
this thing.
Have you seen my badge of claws in action?
They're
I
quite-
killed your boyfriend twice.
I know,
Wait.
impressive.
was the half-elf druid in the cube? Was Beligor in the cube with me? Do I recognize him?
I believe he is, or fragments of him are inside the cube, but his essence was severely corrupted, and the cube feeds upon memories in order to power its various effects.
Damn.
I may be able to contact Beligor. Again, I would have to attempt to manipulate, or someone would have to attempt to manipulate the cube.
Not
I think
me.
I'm an expert at this point.
Yeah, you're pretty much great at it.
I think for safety's sake, you take that cube, you lock it up someplace, and never tell anyone about it. And
Well,
Bury it in a hole.
No, yes, but since you're the owner, you're the next susceptible person.
yeah, that's why he puts it in a place and locks that place and doesn't ever tell someone about that place. And then eventually they die and no one remembers about this place anymore.
Wait, is the master's apprentice? Is your pronoun still they?
I am most definitely they.
Yeah, more so than us.
They're even more they than they were before.
I can
I was just curious.
tell you that
Fair
the
enough.
first thing that Master PR's did once he possessed the cube and had defeated Master Shalfi was go to the books of prophecy and destroy the last remaining volume. The books themselves were at an end. Apparently the star somehow serves as a key to unlocking the next set of books of prophecy.
And was the star that fell from the sky ever recovered?
Well, certainly not. The sages who were sent to do that mission
Were those the husks?
were all slain.
Ah, okay, yes.
And in fact, PRs has been using the power of the cube to try to erase any memory of the location of the star.
Well, Master Apprentice, now, do you have any recollection of where it may be?
Oh, Quinn, did you hear that? Do you?
Quinn says, we were instructed to go see Derwith, the druid.
Yeah, the half-elven druid, yeah.
Yes.
Wait, that's...
I thought that was Belagor.
No, there's a
Belagor.
different one. Go see Derwith, the half-elf, a Star Watcher. Give him the bestiary. Only he can tell you where the star, where the shooting star came to Earth. It must be found soon.
Okay.
Quinn,
Yes.
are you also in my head?
That is something I remember.
Bag table.
This is Pop-Tart table now.
No, I have several memories of Derwith is a Star Watcher, and it's, so I believe Lurg took the bestiary from us, or somebody did. So if we give Derwith the bestiary, he should hopefully tell us where the star fell.
Hopefully Lurg, when he was under the influence, did not do anything to harm the bestiary.
I mean, I think in and of itself, the bestiary wasn't innately needed for anything besides a trade.
Yes, a super deep cut here on this one, but would you have any information on what happened to the Grand Druid that once roamed that 3 winters ago, I think, was it, that disappeared from the from the Ironwood?
All right.
Thank you, Jeff.
And the Master's Apprentice concentrates for a moment. There is a memory of meeting with Varden Greycloak. Master Shalfie and the Grand Druid had an arrangement of some kind. Master Shalfie did something very unusual, something he never did when consulting the books of prophecy. He turned to the last page of the last volume. But the details of whatever was written there have been thoroughly erased.
Well, so it seems that locating the star would probably be the next most advantageous move for us as a group, then? Yes.
For everyone, it seems like. But why was looking at the last page unusual? Isn't that something that we all would do?
You never skip to the end of the book,
The
Lobster.
books of prophecy foretell the future in a chronological fashion, and once you turn a page, it is extremely difficult to turn back to the exact portion of the book which relates to the present timeline. The books of prophecy contain potential futures, and the further you get away from the current timeline, the more unreliable the prophecy.
Oh dear. So what was the arrangement then between Folden?
The details of the Grand Druid have been very deliberately erased. They have been consumed by Garakas. There is
I do not like this Garakas fellow.
something about the books of prophecy, something about the Grand Druid that Garakas does not want us to know.
Well, obviously...
Then we shall know it.
Exactly. We shall unravel this mystery.
Oh, wonderful.
Are we in agreement that the next course of action may be to seek out this fallen star?
Yes, Derwith, you're on the bestiary because I think Lurg's going to give you anything you want.
Ooh. Yeah. And if he doesn't, hug him a few times and see how he feels after.
And that's opening up old wounds, and I'm not, You don't.
Just rub some salt in those wounds, as they say.
That's not how the saying. It's not.
Oh, it's not how the saying goes?
No, it's.
I've been doing it wrong for years.
Yeah, the saying is,
You've
it's
just
like
been salting your wound.
it's like rubbing salt in a. It's
You wonder why he smells that way. It's because most of him is gangrene.
That's true.
the phrase is that you're adding insult to injury. You know, you're making things inherently worse.
Well, I'm just trying to create some mischief, that's all.
All right, speaking of mischief, chat has created some mischief for us.
Yay! Thanks, Jeff Mo 307.
Mischief for me, yes, thanks
And
to
Littlest Finger.
Mischief Man.
And Matt P 3000 and Griffin off of
Age. Griffin of
Age.
Age. Bastion Fields, etc.
Bastion Fields. Food stamp hustle.
So, Jeff M0307 sends their reroll to Amy Vorpal.
Yay! Thank you very much.
That is yours. Griffin of H also sends their reroll to
Yay!
Vorpal.
Thank you.
Food Stamp Hustler sends their reroll to who else but birthday boy Eric Riker.
Yeah!
Is it your birthday?
No.
Wait, this
I don't know this bit.
this one is
That's
the...
the reroll.
Oh, this is the reroll? Okay.
Yep.
Bomb.
Nikki08 sends their reroll to me. Thank you very much.
Ah! What a kiss ass.
And One Unique Beast sends their reroll to Eric Reichert. He's turning 24 this weekend, everyone. It's
Aw,
really
what a
great.
baby.
Yeah.
Little baby.
And also, I think it's a fine time for us to have the chat
We should
unlocked.
take a long rest.
Yeah.
Hey,
A very special song from our own Amy Vorpal.
I would love to do that. I want to do that. A little bit. Hold on.
Just gotta text her mom first.
No, I have to listen to the
I'm gonna
beginning
do the
of it.
song,
I
Mom.
always remember. Wait.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, great. Got it. Okay, this is called A Long Rest. This is for Tom. But not... Yeah.
He's a demon.
Slumber parties?
It's about... Yeah, a little bit. Before we take a rest, I've still got spell slots left, and now it's time to mess around. No offense to you, this is what we do, like run this plot into the ground. But why would you feel down? You're not the boss here, we're the ones who wear the crown. I've got wild shapes from here to the moon, she's got
world is it? Whose world is it? Indeed.
Quoted you.
All right.
So good at bedtime.
At the risk of opening up a long rest, is there anything else you would like to? Fortunately,
farts.
the dog did not notice. Good news. Is there anything else you would like to immediately question either the Master's Apprentice or a different Canuck?
Different Canuck, new stuff.
Certainly not an RJ Canuck.
There is one RJ Canuck account that is not RJ.
Very good. The Marek, welcome. Thank you so much for resubbing up. So is there anything you want to ask either Lurg or the Master's Apprentice or Quinn before you kind of break for the night?
There
here at
was.
the tower.
I think I'm good.
Yeah. The only thing I kind of wanted to ask about was again, if there was anything about the direction of which the star fell, like to the east or like from the tower. Was there any memories of like even not a specific like location, but just like even just direct like basic direction. Like, oh, it was to the east of the tower, or to the...
You saw the star come down, right? You didn't see where it landed.
Yeah,
but you know from where you were on the ship and where you landed and how you went into the forest. I mean, you're a ranger. You have plenty of direction sense, right? You certainly know that it was someplace north of where you are. You're roughly here on the map, right?
Yeah,
you're
and
here.
To the north of us as well, there was also... something called like the Spider's Reach or something.
Spider Haunt,
right?
Yeah. Well, that was to the north of you when you were camping, earlier in the.
There.
And in fact, you start asking about this, and Lurg says, "Well, I believe we have a map. We have a map somewhere."
Ah, yes, that's right. I forgot about our fancy map.
Where did you find? This is not the map I was thinking.
Oh, we got this from some goat men.
Yeah, from one of the blood hooves or the bloodstone hooves or something.
Tom forgot.
We got it from someone from a goat man from the Stonehoof clan.
Yes.
That's what he said.
Look, you know what? I'm not listening to him.
No, this is the map to which I was referring.
Another map!
That's a beautiful one.
I love all the colors. The colors, Duke.
Yes.
Oh God, what?
It's an old like popsicle.
This is the territory of the various protectors of the wood, as we understand it in the recent years.
Well, I don't know why some of them are X'd out, but I feel like not all of them are currently protecting the wood.
Yeah, there was like a hit list sort of that the Stonehoof clan had. It looks like they were knocking some people out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know those people?
Do any of those names seem familiar to you, Master Apprentice?
I do not recognize these names,
What
but
does that say?
perhaps Derwith the Druid would be able to inform you.
Is Derwith on the list?
Derwith is not on the
Pretty sure it
list.
says cum cement.
Yeah, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt.
What?
Why?
No, 100% it says cum cement.
CWM. It's
Oh, it's a U.
CW.
It's a U.
It does look a lot like cum cement.
Don't ask. I'm not.
Now we know how
That's
Tom's
canon.
building his buildings.
Now you know that it's a UK module because they're like, what do we need vowels for? Brr. Yeah.
I say cum cement. What do you say?
Sim Cernant, I believe.
Oh, well, did you know? Oh my gosh.
Did you know?
Are you sure you want to
I'm ready
continue?
for this. I'm so ready.
John Bradley played Celeb for D&D on Nerdist. You can watch that, whatever. He made a character named Menkum, but he spelled it M-A-N-K-U-M, and the whole time we were just like, God, do we ask him to change his name? Like, is he trolling us? We just
Wait, I don't know what that is.
Because it's man cum. But like none of us were like, we didn't know enough to pull the trigger. We didn't want to make fun of him because it's like his first time playing D&D. But he also made a character named Man Cum and just called him Mankum. And we were just like, everyone just like be very careful. Just say Mankum, Mankum, and just like don't put any of his.
Did it ever come up?
It didn't. But like all of us were like, are we being trolled really hard?
It's probably because I know Ben Dunn. The first time I played with him, he played a character named Foreskin.
Yeah. Okay. But that's Ben.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's Ben.
Wait, is this? Did you bring this up? Is this guy British? I don't know.
Yes, he's British.
Okay.
He's like a guy on Game of Thrones.
But he didn't spell it like.
He spelled with a K, and he
But
called
it was
it
spelled
Mankum.
man.
It was MANKUM, and he spelled it. I know. That's why we were like, guys, I think he's got one up on us. But do we address it or like?
I don't know.
Then he's won.
Let it ride.
Also,
It's hilarious.
yeah, we let it ride.
At least his name wasn't Cum Cement. You know what I mean?
But
It's in the adventure.
So is that where we're going? We're
Okay,
going
then why are you taking offense?
Well, my mind's settled.
Wait,
We're
if
going
it's
to
a-
cum cement, everybody.
It's CWM. That's not a CU. It's CW.
Okay, listen.
so is it Quum?
It's still pronounced cum.
Quum cement?
Quum. Quum cement.
Cow.
Coom. It's pronounced coom. It says so right here.
I mean, that's
Makes
what
zero sense.
whenever you get like a text to
Cernan.
speech to say cum, it always says coom anyways.
What do you mean? Why do you know that?
Yeah.
You ever type that and then like have the
No!
You've never been 14 and
You've
got-
never had Siri yell back cum at you over and over?
Yeah, you type it and you're like, you type in all the swears and then you have
Yeah.
the text to speech say it
Not
back.
all of
Because
us.
it's-
It's disembodied robot
It's
women.
because
okay?
you say, do you want to summa cum laude all over my face?
Yeah. I say that at least once a week.
Just to take care of some business.
who?
Thank you to
BSB.
Be Deleted.
Wouldn't you like to
BSB.
have
Take care.
for
why I
the
asked.
contribute.
For $20 more, we'll move on.
The Marek sends their reroll
For $20 more, we'll stop talking about this.
to Havana Mahoney.
What?
Yeah, my gosh.
I'll take
pile.
some. And a different Canuck also sends their reroll to
What
Havana
the
Mahoney.
fuck?
So
Thank you
apparently,
guys. This is
uh,
the
it's my
best
second half of the
best
show
birthday ever.
is a giant battle where somebody tries to beat the crap out of Strumthrum. That's what
I
we're seeing
am
here.
hollow bones.
I didn't remember leaving this in here. All right. Also, thanks to chat, the DM's Lament has been unlocked. So
Do
each
we have different
yes,
enough
yeah.
ones? There you go.
You can spend that token to force me to reroll
my
an
gosh,
attack
these
roll
are
or a
amazing.
saving throw.
Oh
those are
yeah,
super cool.
man.
All right.
Like, so many tokens! I want to fight something!
I want to do a puzzle.
Lurg points out.
Oh my god.
Lurg points out that these are the various territories of the Guardians of the Forest, as the Sages of the Tower have loosely come to understand the areas that they control. They have loosely come to understand. You are here, so you are on the border of the Dorakan lands and the Green Treasures.
Did you say Durkaken lands?
Hey, did you say 2 dicks and 5 balls, man? I'm on board.
You missed it last week when Tom mimed jerking off 2 dicks.
Into his mouth.
2
You
dicks
know-
and 5 balls.
They say that the DM's lament is when you force me to reroll an attack roll or saving
$15
throw.
more dollars and we move on.
But the truth is, the DM's lament is whenever I sit down in this chair. All right.
Do you want to switch spots?
I thought you love wrangling cats.
Don't threaten
Dirty,
that.
filthy mouth.
We will make
All right,
that
I'm
happen.
doing the rest of the session. Give me your notes.
Oh my god. Okay, I wanna cast locate animal or plant, but I also want to be able to cast it on a star.
Well, chances are it's not a star, right? If it's a fucking key, it's probably not a literal star. It's probably like
Okay,
some sort of...
well I want to be able to locate it.
Can
It's
Strum
the-
cast
I
suggestion on
allow
the
it.
forest and just tell us where to go?
Excuse me, Tom, will you move over? I just gotta... Amy, what do you want to do?
I want to use my new spell that I have. I think it's only a it's a
I'll just
second
come
level
over.
spell.
Sure. Just come
Okay.
up here.
Let me get this pen here. Okay,
Yeah.
Amy, you want to find the star?
So the way it works is describe or name a specific kind of beast or plant, but I'm gonna like supersede that and just say anything.
Okay. Yeah. Go. Roll.
No, I don't have to.
Go ahead. Just go ahead and
I don't have
roll
to.
though. Just go ahead and roll
As long
though.
as it's in, it says 5 miles. Okay, it says 5 miles, but I'm gonna say, I know, but I'm gonna say like any distance. Okay, so I got a 2, but let's just
Okay,
say
no, we're actually doing it golf style, so lower is better. So you cast a spell, and it turns out that
I
the
know exactly.
star. It's right behind your ear. It's been there the whole time.
It was in your heart the whole time.
It's your fairy.
Quinn, it's my favorite episode. Let's do some new tattoos, Quinn.
Okay, so the special chest appears that you need to use the star to unlock that has the books in it. So yeah, if you guys want.
I pull out my bag full of mushrooms and I just start eating.
And okay,
You did that 5 minutes ago.
I'm gonna put the key in the box and turn it.
All right, you open
Pushing.
it. You open it up. No traps, no issues.
And
All the books are there. So
How many?
congratulations, guys. Adventure's over.
30
Great game.
30 books and boxcar children.
Yeah, Babysitter's Club.
All right, let's look at this.
Great job, guys. Great
Let's
job.
look at this last page. Here we go. Oh, they really babysat those kids.
And S. Del Castillo didn't think I could get this wrapped up in 3 sessions. Proven wrong!
You're welcome.
Wow,
you.
all right. The
really good
path
to
has
hear.
been illuminated. I didn't realize that fourth level was going to be such a game breaker.
I mean, 4th level is the OP level.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
We don't even have extra attack yet. We're already kicking
It's an
butt.
ability bonus.
Yeah.
It's just
Through
Okay,
the roof.
Tom, you're a great DM. However,
wow.
But
you are no Havana Mahoney.
None of us are.
That is not news to me. That
if I can say one thing with confidence, it's I am not Havana Mahoney.
is definitely true.
I am no Havana Mahoney.
Well, I have imposter syndrome, so I also do not know.
I have that too.
Oh my god!
I don't. I'm very confident.
Oh yeah.
That's the least true.
Imposter syndrome winks at me from time to time.
You,
what's
you
up?
thought we weren't going to get around to advanced Dungeons and Therapy, but here we are. All right.
I
So,
wish you could level up in therapy, honestly.
you can.
Actually, I did have a therapist who had we had to do tick off a certain number of things until we got to the next level of therapy. That was the thing.
They allow you to level up at a certain point.
I mean, it was like
That sounds contrived.
and that's why I stopped seeing her. I had another therapist who would make me review her after every session. She made me pay her in cash, and then I also had to fill out a questionnaire in front of her at the end, where I rated her on a scale of 1 to 5 and how good she did.
And
That's suspicious.
And you had to validate her parking.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say validate her.
And I was the one that had to sit in the chair, and she gave me the notebook. I didn't even get to talk.
So you have this map. You have several maps.
So many maps.
Lurg says perhaps the druid knows what this weird census map means. Lurg does not recognize the names on that map. Doesn't mean anything to him, but he does have this.
But we didn't get to talk
Thomas
to
W. DeYoung,
Whoa!
thank you so
Oh
much.
my god, you guys are going crazy
Damn, we're-
today. Thank
Damn,
you.
it tonight.
we have
Thank
to
you.
move on, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I have to pee. Are you gonna get on with it?
Wow. All right.
Yeah, we still don't even know what. We can't say it anymore, though.
Comes
Sermons.
No, we're moving
Why can't we
on.
say it anymore?
Because we
I
passed
promised
the.
them.
Yeah, we.
Oh.
Yeah, because
We
you
passed
solved
the
the
dollar
adventure,
threshold.
remember?
Oh yeah, we won. What do we do now? We
Yeah.
roll new characters?
Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna be Stolorm, the Goliath Guid.
Whoa.
All right.
Right. We're breaking. some
So
laws here.
you spend the night resting and recovering, and you are treated to a delicious meal by the man who runs the hostel.
Yeah, we do wonderful.
And a beautiful lady, right?
That's what I'm
The
talking
maid?
about.
Beautiful lady.
Yeah, what was her name?
I do want to ask, but I kind of want to ask while we're doing this, while everybody's
Sure.
kind of separated, is pulling master apprentice because Shelby's in there, right?
Marie
And-
Marie Auberge, or
Yeah, Marie Auberge.
Auberge.
I just wanted to ask, Master PR's, when he was under the influence, he gave me a reading, and I just wanted to know if that was true.
Uh,
I know, he ended up being under the influence, but I didn't know if maybe his, psych or future telling abilities were still functional.
I wouldn't be able to tell you how true Master Piarz's reading is without trying to find him within the cube. I could attempt to access that memory if it truly means something to you. I will say that the most accurate readings come from the books of prophecy, and Master Piarz burned the last of those before you arrived.
Oh, okay, so maybe what he said wasn't the case?
Can I get a Diet Coke? Thank you. It's likely that the reading that he gave you was either inaccurate or perhaps a complete sham.
Okay. When we'll have to find the other books to get a good reading?
Yes, if we find if we can find the other books of prophecy, then I should be able to give some sort of reading and do some foretelling of fate.
Jesus, Eric!
There's no Diet Coke.
Coke Zero is fine.
Diet Coke. There's no Diet Coke.
This poor man, Tom, this poor man just got finished telling you how fragile he was, and you go and order a Diet Coke
Can
from
you
him?
imagine? But temerity.
I'll go. There's a corner store. I'll go.
Well, are you saying there's a way for us to recover these?
Oh,
books of
that was a
prophecy?
private conversation.
Oh well, I'm sorry. I poke into the private conversation.
Well, no, I meant Strum would have done that away from everybody else because she's kind of ashamed of what she's trying to ask.
Oh, okay, fine. Fine. I'm not there. I don't ask any questions. I'm just.
That's
gonna be
right.
over here.
Well,
anyway.
the next morning, as you were getting prepared to go out about your business, that conversation happens. But the next morning, the Master's Apprentice does say, I hope you take this mission very seriously. The star is the key to finding the next volumes of the books of prophecy, and without those books, the knowledge of the tower will begin to crumble. We will not be able to serve our true purpose. They are the keystone of our ability to foresee the future.
Well, we're definitely going to be looking for the star. I don't know how to answer your question though, because I don't really take a lot seriously. But I'll give it my best go.
If you find the star, that will lead you to the books.
Yes. No, that's what I'm saying. But you said to take it seriously. I'm just saying that I'm not really. That's not my bag.
Do you mind if maybe we gather some supplies before we leave? Just a few key things we might need, like rations or
bread.
matches.
I think Alton wants to give him a few more hugs, if you know what I mean.
Oh, do you want a hug?
Yes, Madame Auberge can supply you with those
Matches.
items. It's a good question.
Matches.
I have all those elven. Oh, you can't have them.
Yeah.
So Madame Auberge, she, you would like a match? Alton, you would like matches? Let me see what supplies have run low. The boat was supposed to come back with a restock for us, but it is unfortunately, as you know.
Well, I understand. Anything you can spare.
The boat's in the tree.
I'm just, fire is very important to survival out in these woods, and it would be.
I have something which may be of use to you. It is not matches. And she goes into the back room. And she comes out with a very tiny stone box, right? And the stone box has a lid on it, but it has a little loop sculpted into the corner of it. So the corner of the box is shaved off. The lid is square, but a corner of the box is shaved off. And there's a leather, just a strip of leather that attaches the lid to the top of this small stone cube. And when she lifts it off, there is a glowing ember inside, about maybe the size of a cherry pit. You know, not a cherry pit, but like a cherry. And
That shit is hilarious, dude.
so, and she says, this box has been ensorcelled so that the ember inside will stay warm and it does not need any air or additional fuel, and it is it will stay warm for anywhere from a day to a week.
Okay.
So if I were to, you know, just sparingly open it for a moment and close it, how?
No,
Drink something.
it stays warm for a day to a week, and then if it goes out, you can put something else hot inside.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
and that will also stay warm for a day to a week.
Okay, this
Wow.
will be sufficient. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Sufficient.
And then who told us to be serious?
Well, that was the Master's Apprentice.
Oh, okay. He's gone.
Shelfie Talfie.
They're gone.
No, they're around if you want to talk. You can talk to you can talk to Lurg, you can talk to the Master's Apprentice, you can talk to Madame Auberge. Actually, Captain Minording comes out and he's like, "Well, you did a very good job. I have been informed of everything that has been, I had no idea it all happened underneath my eyes."
Lowstone?
He's the other gnome, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I like have a good like greeting with him. Like, oh, yeah, great. Oh, did you see? I killed Lur like twice.
You killed Lurg twice?
Twice.
I could kill him 3 times, I would do.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Don't tell him. I'm a mercenary. We're under contract. I could be fired at any time.
Speaking of which, though, is there anything? I'm sure that this may be more for Madame Auberge, but do we have anything to fix this? And I hold up my pot with like the big hole in it. You know, or maybe not even fixed. Do you just have another pot for me to like maybe in some vegetables?
How did you get a hole in the bottom? What were you cooking there?
Well,
That's a wrong accent.
I threw it at somebody, and I actually don't remember. Oh no.
No, it was part of the reading. It was a fallen soldier.
Oh, PRs, I hear.
He posed some sort of
Yes, I'm
aesthetic
familiar.
thing.
Yeah.
If I could kill PRs 3 times, I'd give you
He destroyed my pot, and I
He
really.
destroyed my back hair.
Oh, that's right.
He took like. He didn't just take one hair.
No, he took a big tuft of it.
Yeah.
I shall inquire. Madame Auberge. Madame Auberge, with our friend here would like something to cook with. Huh?
It's true. I have all of these mushrooms and nothing to stew them in.
I have small pots with a handle, but that does not work. It's not the same size. But I have a large kettle you could take with
yes,
you.
absolutely.
But it's much bigger.
Oh yeah.
So be careful. It takes a long time to heat up, but then when it's hot for a long.
If you need me to carry it, I don't like things very much. I've only really owned a mirror once or twice.
But you do like stew, don't you?
But I like you is what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So I'll carry that thing for you.
I'm sworn to carry your burdens.
Oh, thank you.
It's because it's too big for him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't want to spend too much time on.
Are you
the
legit
pot.
getting a kettle?
Yes.
Or is that what we were calling it last time?
Yeah, my pot.
A cauldron.
Yeah.
Cauldron.
Pot, cauldron, kettle.
These are all very different things. It's super.
Yes, it is very large and heavy.
Okay.
I've got it. I'm on it. Now listen, Master's Apprentice. You couldn't have chosen a more honourable candidate for this job, and I want you to know that just because I failed in the heat of the battle and I had to switch places or whatever happened to me, does not mean I'm not worthy for this. And I will prove to you that on my honour that I will find your star and your prophecy books, and you will say, Lowstorm, my God, You are really good at this.
I have no doubt that you will fulfill your mission. We were together inside the cube.
Yes, and
Part
we
of
are
you
clan now.
is in me, and a part of me is in you.
You are too?
Wait, but then who's in me?
I mean
Find a
you.
gold coin.
I mean all of you, because that is tribe and that is clan.
Yes, that is tribe.
So
That
true.
is clan.
No, but seriously,
What's
I,
in what
I'm not
of me's
really
in
quite
you?
sure who's in me.
What you got there?
Oh shit, does fucking the Master's Apprentice have a tattoo?
And the Master's Apprentice like rolls up the sleeve, and you just see storm clouds going around.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's more like the tattoos I have.
There's only one thing that makes me nervous. Last night it was just a line, and now it's become a set of thunderheads. The storm seems to be growing.
Is it low?
No, I called that. The reason I got low storm is I called that storm all the way down to the ground until it faded away.
Yeah.
You can punch a storm to death?
I can.
That's impressive.
I've seen it happen.
I'm not physically, but mentally, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I punched it.
Her
Mentally punch a storm to death?
Yeah. She exerts her will over the
I
environment.
commanded it. This is how I stood.
It was,
Well, it was real epic.
yeah. I thought it looked
I
grand.
can see it. I can see it.
Yeah. She looked quite powerful while doing it.
Yeah, I was.
You know, I'm not saying you weren't.
No, she looks.
It's just
quite
now
powerful.
there's nothing going on, so I look
No, but I
ridiculous.
see it in my mind's eye.
I think you look cool.
Yeah.
I looked really cool.
It's impressive.
You
Just
look cool
now.
now.
I got the chief gave me a whole new name for it.
It was literally jaw-dropping.
I thought you said it was literally Jar Jar Binks.
I also
It
thought
is-
that.
literally Jar Jar Binks.
It was literally jaw-dropping.
I almost smacked you.
That was your name before you defeated the storm. That poor guy.
Lisa, see the storm.
All right.
Close enough.
So, is there any other supplies that you? I mean, obviously you get food for like a week's worth of food or whatever.
Cool.
Okay.
One more time, what are the books we're looking? Books of prophecy?
So you're looking for the
star.
fallen star.
Well, okay, but
and
the books.
the fallen star will is somehow a key to the books of prophecy.
But that's all they're called. There's not like.
Yeah, they're called the books of prophecy.
Where the
Basically,
books
believe
were
that's
the
it.
star.
Yeah, the books of prophecy ended with the star falling.
Yeah.
So now we have to find the star, and then hopefully
Launch it back into space.
hopefully that'll lead to more
That's
books
her.
of prophecy.
That's her job.
They're gonna call me High Star after that.
Heck yeah, that's a great name.
The storm, High Star,
Um,
Sky Star.
in the morning,
Shadow
could
Star.
I have spent my hour to do root fire?
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah.
What is that?
That-
I make myself I make a large cake for us that I can give to so I can give to all of us, and we can gain essentially damage resistance to fire for an hour.
We eat a cake and we
When you eat,
we
yeah.
good.
Once you eat it, it lasts
Yeah.
for an hour.
We don't want to eat it right now,
No,
then, right?
no,
Okay.
but we'll
It
say
stays potent for
12 hours.
Yeah, for 12 hours.
Yeah. So I'll have it for the day.
I
What
mean,
kind of
it's
cake
too
is
soon
it?
for cake.
It's like a
How
a
dare
cornbread.
you?
Oh, yum.
It's
Right?
what?
It's like a cornbread kind of consistency.
Ooh, that's gonna be hard not to eat right away.
You tell me.
Yeah. Because I make it with scrub grass and bustles of wheat and other things like that.
Oh.
I would think that Lowstorm wouldn't indulge. If she's
You're
against
right.
like drugs and alcohol and
I
stuff,
don't
wouldn't
need
she
it.
just want to eat things just for sustenance?
You're right. I don't need this help.
Plain gruel, please.
But what?
Plain gruel. That's all.
I'll graze in the food like a cow, and then I'll meditate for food. Achieving championships is my nutrients.
I will open my mouth and bugs will fly in.
I only eat protein.
I inhale air.
She tries to act nonchalant, but everyone loves my cornbread.
I masticate a bunch of vegetables and other roots.
Is that your low storm? Cause stop! It's terrible.
Isn't that?
Stop it!
I was
It's
just
so
doing the same
bad.
thing that you guys were doing.
It's a troll at this point. He's doing it bad on purpose.
I definitely thought it was the demon at first.
I did too. We all did because we were all going. We all stopped talking. We all were going. Who is that?
The demon? It's a demon. It's a demon.
Oh no.
That is Claude. That
That's like Glowstorm's dad.
is Claude.
It's-
That is
That's after Lowstorm decides that this pledge against drugs and alcohol is kind of frivolous and picks up a pack-a-day habit from all.
I was gonna say heroin. Like that's a big difference.
That is Elton.
Chasing the dragon.
I'm out. Bum me a fag. Bum me a fag.
No, get your own. I'm not made of
Hey,
cigarettes.
I had the option to choose create flame or produce flame or whatever the fuck it's called. Didn't take it.
You're not on this earth to make Alton happy.
No, I'm not.
That's what Lurg is for.
No.
Is that
That's what Luke thinks.
No,
Luke
your
is for.
cigarettes make you weak.
All right. Any other supplies? Any other informational requests?
Not really. I
wanna get going.
I want to get going. I also want to kill things.
I want to do a puzzle. Tom, do a puzzle.
I want to do a puzzle.
Let's do a
The puzzle is nature.
The
How's
puzzle
it
is
work?
I don't know.
which direction are you going?
4 stars fell. Each star fell in one cardinal direction. Each star is a different color. The first star
Traveling.
fell north, but the first star which fell north might be red or green.
Do it like Lowstorm's explaining it.
Oh yeah.
We're doing a logic puzzle.
and if one of the stars were traveling at 20 miles per hour,
We need to go.
another star was traveling at 15 miles per
If
hour.
we want to meet with Darwith, we need to go to the southmost tip of the mountains.
Okay.
Yes. So you know that
How do you
according
know that?
Is that where Hood now
according
is?
to this map, this is Coom Cernan over here.
Why is no one questioning that? Why does he know that?
The accomplishment
It
comes
was in
from
his
the tip.
memory.
Well, how do you know that?
Because I have memories that at least he figured out who some of
So
his
we're not
memories
going to
are
question
from.
anybody's knowledge anymore because we're just going to
Look, we killed some jelly people, we got their memories, now we're in a forest and we're gonna go look for a druid.
I think my essence gave everyone tattoos.
I know.
Where's
all my feathers.
Where's mine? Do I have one?
Oh my god, like a cartoon, I push my feathers up like a sleeve.
Yes.
Now I need to draw that.
He's got all sailor tattoos under there. It's just anchors for days.
It's like a mermaid, like.
Yeah.
And it says low storm.
The dancing girl from Pete and Pete.
Yeah. On that 5-year-old boy.
When you flex, she does a little hula dance or whatever.
Ooh, I'm like The Rock.
All right.
You're definitely the rock.
You are the rock.
He
So
sings, I sing.
It's true.
you have a couple of options here.
Both our bones are hollow.
You both travel with personal gyms.
I don't know if this is.
And you eat 90
I don't know if
pounds,
this plays
90
on
pounds of
camera
protein.
at all. So.
My diet's
It
probably similar
is
to Alton's,
not
but for a reason.
No, well, we're not on that camera angle. But you are here.
I can't see
Okay.
this at all.
Yeah.
No, I'll stand.
I've
No.
got I've got a map.
Please.
I'll trade.
Let's just look at it.
If there's no
So
camera.
you are here.
Actually,
That's where you are.
we're here. According to this map.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. That's fine.
I wanted to put my fingers in your
Yeah.
mouth.
Make
when
us
you did that.
further away.
That's
Thanks.
the worst thing.
It's a little irrelevant. All right. So you're here, and
Shade.
and Coom Cernan is over here in this area, right?
No, and actually do it.
So you have a couple of different options. This is all upstream. This continues to be upstream, right?
Okay.
This portion, this leg of the river would be downstream, but
Rivers have legs.
But once you get there, it's upstream this way if you want to follow the river. Alternately, you could make your way through the forest.
What are the clans?
And what area are we going through?
All right, so you're here. You're on the edge of the spider haunt.
Oh, okay.
I want to go to the spider hunt.
We want to go through the spider hunt.
So if we go through spider hunt, we want to take the top route as the most spider hunt action. We're going to get us this way.
You're on the edge of it, right? You're here. You passed through most of the spider haunt on your way to the tower, but you fast forwarded through it when you were using the quicklings to help you motivate your boat, right?
What are the green treaders?
Green treaders. The green treaders. So you ask, I guess maybe, I don't know who you ask about that. Somebody. Who would you like to ask about that?
Who? Orwin Redenbacher. Orville Redenbacher.
Well, let me tell you, I made some popcorn this afternoon, and I want you to imbibe in it because it grants you knowledge about the green
Jeff
treaders.
Goldblum.
I'm gonna ask my real dad.
I'm gonna do a terrible Jeff
Just
Goldblum.
go.
if I
We
can.
all do terrible Jeff Goldblum.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Wow.
So
robot
the green treaders, of course, are xenophobic elves. We know that, obviously. So they bury their victims, any strangers that they find.
That's pretty
They bury them.
That's pretty
That's
good.
pretty good.
Okay.
You redeemed yourself from your low storm impression.
Xenophobic elves.
I think maybe we don't go that way. Because they're definitely going to hate us, and they might extra hate Alton, right?
Oh yeah, because you're a health elf.
But you're like half.
Yeah,
You're like on both sides of the fence.
Oh, maybe they'll respect me for.
It's not gonna happen, Alton.
You're right. No one will ever love me.
They are not your
Thank
tribe.
you for reminding me that I have no place in this world.
No.
That
that's
was
it.
not my intention. I'm saying that they'll be extra judgmental of you. Wake up.
You're right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying you're not worth it. I'm saying they're the dumb idiots.
And that's red, right? So it's the Dorraken?
The Dorraken lands.
Oh, who are the Jeff Goldblum? Who are the Dorthraken?
Dorraken.
Oh, Dorroken, they are,
Who is that?
Go.
That's my Jeff Goldblum.
You really were on a roll and you fucked it up.
Is Jeff Goldblum also a demon?
I mean,
thought it
the
was
sweetest
last
little demon.
The Dorraken lands are minotaurs.
Oh, good.
Flesh-eating minotaurs.
Well, they can
They weren't previous to the Grand Druid's disappearance, but
Like every
well,
kind of
there it
flesh,
is.
or
So we're out of the frying pan and into the fire, no matter where we go.
well, you may be able to strike some sort of bargain, perhaps, with the Dorrakens.
Do you have any extra flesh?
Green treaders are very xenophobic, so if you get spotted by them, they will likely confront you on sight.
No, I don't want to risk Alton's life.
You don't want to fight Lowstorm?
I would rather. I think I feel more akin with the Dorraken.
And what was in the spider haunt specifically?
Graviferous.
Well, I know the fairies.
The goatmen were in there.
Yeah, all the crazy fae features.
I feel like if we go to a xenophobic place of elves that kill outsiders, we're all in trouble, not just me. I feel like
Yes, but you're so delicate.
I am not.
Yes, you're.
I am not delicate at all. I've been stabbed so much.
You're a
And pinch it really hard.
you're a vulnerable flower, Alton, and we know this.
I swear, every time I turn back around,
I am a
there's
rose.
a new hole and you're just bleeding.
Now, to be fair, I was the one.
I'm a prickly little rose.
I was the one that needed all your help last time, so.
Yes, I don't want to
Take
lose
it.
you again. That was awful. My eyes still hurt from all of the tears.
Yeah, because you're a delicate flower too.
It's true, I'm the most beautiful flower
I guess it's only me and Lowstorm that are tough.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yes.
I'm pretty tough.
You're so tough with all of those hollow
I'm very
bones.
tough.
Thank you.
And she rolls back her sleeve, and you just see like
bulging
anchors.
biceps.
And there's a sea serpent
She
that's
eats some
spiraling
spinach.
around her arm. And, yeah.
I'm like Pop.
And she flexes her bicep, and you see a picture of a sailor punching a guy, like donk, 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 as she flexes.
I like
I
our
am-
chances with the Dorokin more than with xenophobic.
Okay, I'm just letting you know I'm very tough. Oh, I just got lightheaded.
Okay, I say that we begin our trek through the along the south of the river, like through the spider hunt. I think the spider hunt is maybe our best bet, just because it.
You said south?
the south of the river.
That's
so
where we're gonna hit the xenophobic elves.
not until we go to the red, right? The xenophobic
you're
elves
here.
are the red, right?
Show us on
This
the map,
purple,
Kyle.
this purple
That's the elves.
is
So,
the elves.
yeah,
this red is the minotaurs.
Yes.
Right. So up here, minotaurs. East,
just
west
hand
of the
him
river.
the map.
So what I'm saying is if we travel essentially along the south of the river here, where there's essentially this like kind of yellow green.
So along
this is
here.
this is the spider hunt. So if we travel through the spider hunt there and then cross the river up into the Dorokin lands and then follow maybe.
But we're
either-
gonna be on the border of, so
Both.
that would put us
Yeah.
between the two. I don't like that idea. That would put us in between both the xenophobic
we need to get
elves
to the
and
southern.
the
We need to
minotaurs.
get right here though, the southernmost point.
So
of
we
the
can go
mountains.
through the spider hunt the other way and come up.
Come up this way.
Yeah.
And then go over.
Yes.
Well, I was gonna say that we may want to just
Because
make
we're
sure
at
that
the tip of that. We're at that like little peninsula of the red right now. So
We are,
can
exactly.
Just follow that up.
Yeah, I was.
I don't
saying-
want to put us between two different factions at all.
Okay. Whatever you think.
I mean, we can have a discussion. That's my.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I just wanted to
Now you
essentially
bring out
head.
the TV antenna?
I wanted to head through part of the spider hunt just because I think the spider hunt may be beneficial.
Well, we're gonna hit the spider hunt whichever way we go.
Thanks, Timmy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
we're gonna be trailing the border of the spider hunt, whichever way we go.
Yeah.
That way or that way.
So we go. So you're saying then we go do. And
That's
then
what
once
Kyle's.
Yeah.
And then once we get there, we just kind of
Exactly.
like
Yep.
go through the land
That's
and
what I-
don't go on the river.
Well, no.
I don't think we.
I say that we keep the river within.
Are we here?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Havana's suggesting we go north and then follow
No.
the river.
Just follow the edge.
Yeah, follow the edge there, and then through the river through that
Yeah.
lands and there.
Oh, okay.
And then we still have, but we still have to
What
head
is this
south.
then?
We don't know what that is.
Takana realm.
Takama.
Takama realm.
Yeah, which we don't know about.
Which we would basically be avoiding anyways.
Yeah, we wouldn't really be in training.
Okay,
Yeah.
do like that.
And that way we can still go through the spider hunt as much as we want, but we
Okay.
don't have to like veer off the kind of like clearing that the river's gonna provide.
Look, as
to
long as we
avoid
end
the-
up with some cum cement at the end of the day.
No, they donated to move on. They donated to move on.
They did it.
Oh
Okay.
god.
They're very
But no, but I'm saying strategically, we want to end up in the southernmost point is in cum cement. That's all. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
What is the real name again?
Coom Cernant.
Coom Cernant.
Kumasernat. Okay, so that's what we've decided. Here's
Well,
what
we
we've
haven't-
decided.
What do you think?
I like your plan.
Okay.
What do you think, Amy?
I think it's a great plan.
I think it's a
Well, I
great
just
plan.
want us to like vote, so it's not like
It's not like I'm wise or I haven't upped my wisdom in any way. Or...
I did too, motherfucker. What's yours at? I'm a +4.
Oh, then you're wiser.
Yeah!
So we use yours.
Real perceptive and shit.
Yes, let's do this. I like the chances with the Decorin or Durakan. What the fuck?
The Minotaurs. The flesh-eating Minotaurs. They sound like a
Durakan.
great bunch of people.
We could bring some of the corpses from
I
the
just-
last battle as an offering.
I've also.
Also, you can turn into a
Well, I have the
I
least
feel
amount of
like-
flesh, so I feel like I'm.
the Minotaurs are closest to a Goliath.
Let's hope that was fireworks.
Just a couple bones.
Yeah, just sound like some
Could be a
far-off
transformer.
explosions.
Could be.
I think they'll look at me and be like, "Oh yes, you're one of us," kind of.
Huh? What?
You don't have horns or as much hair.
When you
or
encounter a
hooves.
Minotaur,
I
you
know,
go
but
like
we're
this,
the,
so
we're
that
the
they know
same
that you're one of them.
size. We're very similar
Secret
size.
handshake.
So this is what we're doing here. We're going along
Up the river. Follow the river through.
The Babadook.
The bebop ba dooba da ba dooba da bop bop. But I wanted to go bebop ba dooba da ba da bop 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 bop.
We know.
All right. Very.
Where'd you get that? Can I have it?
I want to use that.
Is that
all
your
the
pin?
time. I want to use that all
What
the
is
time.
that?
Did you rip that off a TV? Because when I was a kid,
No,
I
it's
ripped-
just a
I ripped
pointer,
it.
you guys. You
I
can get
ripped-
it at any office
guys
supply
remember when
store.
Is that like one of those like?
No, it was Bill
Extendable
Cosby.
pointer.
Yeah.
And he had
Oh,
the,
we don't need to
I
talk
know,
about
but
him.
he had the B pen and it would squeak. Do you remember that? What was that on? It was a kid show.
It's like a manual laser.
How
pointer.
upsetting. Let's never talk about it again.
Okay, sorry.
All right. So, I assume you're going to take one of the two boats that you have.
Oh yeah, there's
arrived
one in
on?
the tree that we had the fairies put there.
Yeah, how are we gonna get that done?
We'll probably just take their boat. You know, we don't have to. We can.
Why
leave that
can't
one.
we take both?
Yeah, Captain Minerding is like, oh, we'll get that boat out of the tree, no problem.
Fine, if you're going to do it.
If he's confident, then I don't think we have an issue.
I need to give men something to do.
Yeah, I think he's just happy for the work.
All right. So you begin traveling upstream. Yeah. So the immediate area around the tower is a series of rapids, which is difficult to negotiate or navigate and negotiate. But you manage to get out of there without capsizing your boat or losing any of your major supplies. It's just a struggle. That's fine. You continue your way upriver. Are there any special precautions or actions you are taking that I should be aware of as you travel?
So
I will definitely be keeping watch. We're in the boat at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
don't-
assume Low Storm is rowing. You know.
Okay.
That's how you've
However-
typically.
if I can see Alton, anytime he lights his cigarette, I'm gonna snuff it out with Druidcraft.
Wow. All right.
Ooh, this is getting real.
But I'm gonna try to do it furtively, so he can't tell it's me.
Sure. Give me a stealth check.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna roll perception.
Yes, you are.
I have no pluses on this. I'm not dexterous.
You have a bunch of fucking bumps and rerolls there.
Oh, I forgot.
Three bumps coming in my way, and inspiration.
Oh,
Fuck, Eric really wants to smoke his cigarettes.
Okay, whatever.
So that's let's see, 12, 15, 16.
Yeah, you beat
I thought
me.
you rolled a 17 on one of those.
No, it was a 12 and a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, you beat me.
Yeah.
So you know it's me.
So
Low stool.
So the second time around, the first time, you managed to fool him, and it goes out. But
No? Low Storm?
Yeah.
Do you mind? This is my
Treat.
Yeah. Listen, I know you don't approve, but it is my life, not yours. So if you could butt out of
life, Dad.
of all of that, it's
My life.
Yes.
it's been a hard.
I'm not trying to make a point or anything.
No,
This is just a new thing I learned how to do.
and it's quite impressive, but
You're not trying to make a point.
it's impressive. I'm happy that you can now.
Oh, it's on fire now. Your cigarette is lit.
What do you mean?
I can light it too.
Okay, well, you didn't
Thank
say
you.
that.
I appreciate that. Lowstone, I don't have many pleasures in this world, and I take what I can get.
But you're always talking about all the pleasures you've had. You even say stuff like, if I had a gold coin for every pleasure I'd have. I've had so many gold coins.
Yes, because I have so little. I have to keep track. Of the
But you
ones-
say you had a lot.
Okay.
You said like if you had a gold coin for everyone, you'd be super rich.
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean a lot?
Oh, you better get it away from your trousers, man. They're gonna set on fire with your cigarette that's lit.
Lowstone, we're friends, right?
Yeah.
Is this a game?
No, we're tribe.
We'll try.
And we're glad.
We're clan. Yes, we are. Please let me have this. Okay?
I don't know why I love this so much.
I don't either.
Alright, give it a smoke.
Can I?
In some way, not today, but in some small way, you'll pay for this.
Okay. Can't wait, mate.
When I'm gonna be keeping watch, both on the north and south of the shore.
Okay.
Can I make a nature check just to recall if minotaurs are a monstrosity?
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Sure. I will allow you to do that.
Ooh, God.
Reroll. Use one of mine.
This is
Oh, you
table
have one.
reroll.
I have one.
Fine. Use
Well,
one of
she
mine.
has a bunch.
I have
Just
more,
take
yeah.
her.
Okay.
Take hers.
Yes.
Take hers. Don't take her. Okay. So sorry.
I cursed it.
Yeah. So that will be a grand total of 4.
Yaza.
Oh, well, you don't know.
Fairly
You
confident they have horns.
don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
All I can
You
remember
believe
is
me that they look just like me?
Yeah. Like, I know. Are they favored of my enemies? I have no
Well,
idea.
Oh, are there? What is your favorite
I don't
enemy?
know. My favorite enemies are monstrosities. But
Oh, I see. I see.
If I had to guess,
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
think they're monsters. Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
You know
we're
what
the
it comes down
monsters.
to is you're not sure if they're a monstrosity, or a
Legendary enemy.
no, or an aberration.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about that.
So
It's
that's
a
the
monstrosity.
piece that you're confused about.
Anything that's like half human, that's a monster.
It's a monster.
Really?
Tippy 22 gives their reroll to Havana Mahoney.
Yeah! Look at that stat. Very good.
Look at this
Lord.
fat stack.
Yeah. You better start rolling some dice, damn it.
Thick.
Why are you making that? That is not my fault. Tell the DM over here.
It's not Havana's fault that it's my
Tell the
birthday.
DM to kick it in the ass. All right.
Yeah. You guys know it's Eric's birthday? July 31st.
Celebrating it by Havana doing a stream Saturday.
That's awesome.
That sounds wonderful.
I can't tell what Amy thinks.
I know that it's Havana's birthday.
Do you?
Yeah?
Because it's Eric's birthday.
No, because it's not, because you tweeted it. And I saw the
do
twat.
remember specifically.
You saw my twat.
I saw your twat.
All right.
You tweeted that twat real
So
well.
you're on watch out the front on
Yes.
the front of the boat. You're bickering with Lowstorm about your cigarette. Is there anything special you're
So
doing?
fun.
You're at the front or the back?
What? I'm at the front.
Okay, I'll be at the back
Yeah.
doing something similar.
Yeah, all right.
One of
Keep
these.
a watch out.
Straight Titanic and that boat.
All right. So you travel most of the day, and in the afternoon, so the forest continues to be suffused with this gray fog, kind of odd. Silver mist, right? And that only allows you to see kind of like 60 feet in any direction. So you continue to thread your way up the river, but in the afternoon, the late afternoon, the mist becomes a little bit. It becomes cooler. It becomes a little bit more dense, and within a couple hours, it begins raining on you, which makes your life relatively miserable. You break out kind of your traveling cloaks and whatnot.
I'm below deck, though.
There's no upper or lower deck. It is
Also,
a rowboat.
you were
rowboat.
rowing.
I thought I was rowing below deck.
No.
Okay.
We're in a boat, not a ship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I just
Okay.
put my cloak. We just put a cloak over her, and we're
I
like,
want to be below deck. Make it happen.
All
Put a big
right.
leaf over her.
All right. So You are so it begins raining and it gets fairly miserable, and you have a debate amongst yourselves like, how hard do we want to push this? It doesn't seem like we're under a particular timeline. I'm soaked, I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm grumpy.
We're so good.
But you begin to look for maybe a place to make camp for the night, or pull in and just grab shelter, because it's a steady cold rain that runs down the back of your neck and is starting to give you the chills.
Actually, not me, because
Yeah, I'm looking
feathers.
for along the river for an outcropping of rocks that maybe resembles some sort of animal.
All right.
Or a thumbs up.
Just
or a,
slips right off.
So everybody give me a perception check. The two people who are on watch can give me a roll with advantage if you so.
I want advantage on this.
You want advantage?
No, I don't. Sorry.
Oh, one.
I changed my mind. Oh no.
Oh,
I just
reroll.
I just want to reroll that.
what is up with me?
Gosh! Gosh.
I have not rolled over a 5 yet.
I got a 22.
I got a 1 and a 2.
11.
So 8.
7.
22. I'm feeling 22.
Yeah, I rolled that 10 on my health, and it was just like, no more tonight for you.
No more tonight. No more, only day.
But why?
All right. So as you get over to the bank, one side of the Open Gold River, and you're along one side, kind of looking like, where would be a good rocky outcropping? Where could we pull up for the night, etc. I just wish that this damn rain would stop. And you hear just very faintly. It sounds like maybe rocks clacking together, and also the sound of like metal striking stone, and the muffled cries of someone.
Like muffled, like in danger muffled cries, or
It's hard to tell through the
Baby, a kitten.
yeah,
It's hard to tell
kitten?
through
like 2 minotaurs hugging.
through the. It's hard to tell through the fog.
That does sound the same.
It is on the Minotaur side of the river.
Well, isn't both sides the river?
Yeah,
traversing?
we should
or
be
are
traveling
we still
both
on
We're not there
the
Oh
spider hunt?
yeah, I mean, as you go around this corner, right? Like this is the spider hunt over here.
Okay,
You're
cool.
not,
So we're not.
It's
yeah,
not
not
a
there
day's
yet.
travel here. It's
Boat
gonna be.
takes forever.
You said 3 days?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Okay.
3 days travel.
my
So this is
God.
the end of the first day, right?
Okay, okay. So we still got the spider hunt to the north. So we're on the south end of the shore with the minotaurs. Is that what you're saying? Is that the crying's coming from the
They're
minotaurs?
on our left.
To
Yeah.
our left?
They're all on the land to our left.
To our left.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's offensive.
Who?
I like that accent.
It's offensive?
No, I like that accent.
Oh, I thought you said it's offensive.
I'm so offended
How dare you?
as a southerner.
Okay, so you hear that you can pick this out. What did you get? What did the rest of you get?
Oh, I got a 2 plus 5, so 7.
11.
I mean, with an 11, you can definitely hear the sound of the stone smacking, whatever that is.
Enchanted.
And maybe the kind of the ting of metal ring, but you don't quite hear the muffled voices that Strumthrum hears.
I'll use my mimicry trait to repeat those noises so they can hear them.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a bunch of minotaurs in the heat. start
When
charging.
you do this, give me a performance check.
Oh, girl. Oh, fuck. Here's a reroll. Here's one of my 20 rerolls.
Nice.
19
Hell
plus,
yes.
hold on,
A bajillion.
plus a bajillion, plus my,
Bajillion. That's too
probably.
many.
so
I know,
26.
That's a crazy modifier. 26?
Plus 7?
Damn, bard, baby.
Baby.
So the one thing that now that she mimics this, like Strumthrum mimics.
I'm not trying to do it as loud, but just so they can hear. Okay.
Yeah. So, but you're repeating back like exactly what you heard. And-
I would just raise a hand and then indicate for them to like listen to the sound.
Okay.
And when Strumthrum does this, you very distinctly hear a human voice cry out in a very low tone, but you know it's such an exact replication that you can hear someone yell, "Tilton, help! Help! Tilton!"
Coming from me?
Well, you're redoing the noise, right? So when you redo it, you actually hear the phrase, "Tilton, help, help, Tilton."
That's freaky.
What was that?
We'll repeat the noise for Strum or for Strum.
Yeah. So Strumstrom does the entire kind of like stone, the flat smack of stone upon stone, and then tink tink the sound of metal hitting stone, and then very clearly there's this man's voice, very low and distant, saying, "Tilton, Tilton, help, Tilton."
You could be a beatboxer.
I don't know what that is. There's something on the shore though.
That's what I'm hearing off to our left.
It usually shouldn't like they're in trouble.
To the shore, immediately.
Steal
We,
weapons.
I heard help. We should help the Tilton.
Yeah, right.
Well, what I think that. What if we all tilt him?
I know. I think that person's asking Tilton for help.
No, I think the philosophical question is, you know, if
I don't think we have
maybe
time for
all
that.
of us have Tilton in us,
please,
but you know, specifically though.
All right, so you row over toward the shore.
We're coming, Tiltonida.
You pull up on kind of like it's not an ideal place to pull up. It's kind of half sand, half rocks and whatnot. But you managed to pull your boat up, kind of like up onto the embankment there. And give me another round of perception checks, please.
Okay.
Oh, farts. So there's another reroll. Thank you, chat.
Yes, 17. Better.
Dirty 20.
10. I think mine's a 17 too.
16 for me.
16.
Oh, 18 actually.
All right.
With my new modifiers. Hey!
All right. So you feel like this is about 90 yards away, right? So it's not a terrible distance, but it's certainly not something that you can see. Now that you're on the shore, in the rain, there's this pitter-patter of the rain kind of coming through. It's deeper into the woods, but you can very clearly hear the sound of now what sounds like multiple pieces of metal hitting stone, and the noise of the effort of combat, right? So there's grunts and yells, "Ah, yeah, ow!" You know, and you hear a couple other names get yelled out. Someone named Waller and someone named Hart are yelling.
Waller?
Are yelling at each other.
Waller and Hart.
Yep. And you have, you know, since you got the highest roll, you all hear this because you got good rolls. But since you have the highest roll, you have like a direction of like, okay, it's that way.
I think I got the highest roll.
20.
Oh. Yowza.
What did you get?
Yeah.
18. But I rolled a 10, so.
Well, it seems like Alton is running, has like the most,
I know combat.
Yeah, he seems very like stern and very precise in his direction. So I will continue to follow Alton.
Okay.
Yeah. So how do you proceed into you know, how do you proceed towards this? Do you want to, as Havana pointed out, do you want to be stealthy about this? Do you want to kind of charge directly? It's very clear that there's some sort of altercation underway.
Not very.
I will. If we do want to go stealthy, I will break ahead of the group, just because I can move at a normal pace and keep stealth up in my favorite terrain, which is in the forests. So I'd like. So do we want to move stealthily or do you want to move quickly?
I think that
You're in the lead, so it's kind of up to you.
we should move, but we don't know what this conflict is or what the sides are. We don't want to jump into a fight before we know who we should support.
Or I could turn into a warhorse and charge the bloody hell out
I
of
love
it.
that. I love that. Not the time.
Well, I want to turn into something.
Or is it?
Perhaps.
I think I'm going to turn into
Maybe
a gorilla.
wait until the moment is right. Don't turn it now. That's what they'll be expecting. Do it when they're not expecting it.
Ah, they will be expecting me to turn into an animal.
Exactly.
Ah,
But if you show up and they're like, oh, he's just a Goliath, and you're like, psych, I'm actually something else,
Yes.
they'll be like, oh, wow.
We thought you were gonna turn into an animal before you got here, but you didn't.
Yes,
you
you're
showed
smart.
up
Smart.
as yourself.
Good idea. I like that idea.
Yeah.
The most important part of a performance is keeping them guessing.
Yes.
I whisper over to Elton. I'll check ahead, and I pop into some bushes, and I'll continue at like a normal pace but stealthy.
Okay. That's what your ability allows you
Yeah,
to do?
instead of moving at a slow pace to be stealthy, I can move at a normal pace and still be stealthy.
Okay. All right.
So I won't be at disadvantage.
As long as we're like actually in the woods and not like this isn't some sort of giant illusion and we're like in the desert.
Yeah. Are we actually in a forest, Tom?
You're definitely in a forest.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, are we on another plane of existence?
It's a huge mimic. It's just.
We're in a minute.
I'm gonna turn. I'll be low storm for now, but I am. Gonna
I was gonna say, wait, who should I be? Should I be Alton?
Yeah.
There you go, Tom. I'm gonna take advantage on that stealth check.
Noted.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. So you're going ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
baboon. Oh,
Aw.
that's nothing.
15 plus 7 is gonna be a 22.
All right.
Oh, quick maths.
So I stealth through the bushes and I take a peek in at what's happening ahead of the group, so I can report back quickly.
Okay, and the rest of you are just proceeding at your normal pace behind him somehow, yes?
Yes.
Yep.
Noted. All right, very good. So you got a 17 on your stealth. Hmm?
No, I got a 22.
22.
Pretty good rolls right there.
Baby girl, what's happening?
Oh, again! Oh my god!
Oh, I don't like that. Cha-ching.
2 natural 20.
Oh my god, come on.
Oh,
All
very
right.
good.
8 and a
Jesus, because like a
13.
nat 20 is like the only thing that could beat your score.
All right. So you pull up to what looks like a clearing with a trail that kind of connects to it, right? So basically, it's a trail that opens up into a larger clearing, and what you see is 5 humans in a combination. Some are wearing leather armor, some are wearing chainmail. But they're very clearly in like traveling garb, right?
Okay.
Like outdoor, you know, they're
Like hunters.
yeah. However you want to
Leathers and-
describe it, like they're dressed to be outdoors traveling,
Okay.
and roughing it. They're clearly not like, you know, some sort of casual, you know, civilian traveler who's like, what am I doing in the middle of these woods? Like these guys are geared up. But there's 5 of them, and they are fighting these 3 giant boulder-like creatures, right? And actually, you can see that there are 6 other men that have been kind of beaten to death, basically, by these giant boulder creatures. So just to kind of give you a picture of what I mean by giant boulder creatures, imagine kind of a giant oval egg made of granite, but all jagged and craggy, right? Like, and it has 2 kind of a heavy stone brow and 2 eyes set into the face of this granite body, a long slash for a mouth, and then these enormous rocky arms and 2 low, stumpy, rocky legs, and it kind of it honestly like kind of waddles back and forth.
It's the Garak from Galaxy Quest.
That's true.
A little bit like that, but these things, the 3 of them are grabbing these guys, and they just basically like grab a guy and then try
Graveler. It's
and,
Graveler.
It's Graveler.
and wallop
Is it
them
Is
as
it Graveler? The Pokemon Graveler?
it is not
Is it
Graveler.
the Pokemon
Let
Graveler?
me.
Is it?
Is it the Pokemon Graveler though?
But like, is it?
Chat, is it?
But is it?
Chat, is it?
$25
Just
it
with
becomes
legs.
Graveler.
Because that guy didn't have
Graveler
legs.
has legs. They're just really stumpy.
Yeah, they're just stumpy.
It's a weird
Oh, they are?
angle. Yeah.
He's a Geodude that grew legs.
Oh, he's got 4 arms.
Well, he's got like tiny like hand arms that like.
Yeah.
and
Well, then he's got.
then he's got the big ones.
So 4 arms, like I said.
She has a good point.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I do actually hurt. So.
Oh, there you can see. There you can see his legs a little better.
Oh.
It
Oops.
does look like a grappler.
Somewhat.
Much cuter. It looks like mine creep. Wait, mine's craft. Mine's. How old am I? 80?
Anyway. All right, so it looks like that.
Wow, he's cute.
My
I think he's
grandson plays the
really
Minecrafts.
cute. Is that the creepers on the Minecrafts?
Where do I buy the Fortnites?
I gotta get him a Fortnite gift card.
All right, so that's what you see, and so there are basically kind of like there's 6 guys who have been either pummeled unconscious, or several of those 6 guys, at least 3 of them are
smushed.
for sure smushed, and there's 5 left who are fighting these things.
Can I
off as
use
best as they
minor
can.
illusion to create like is it a single sound, or can I actually use it to create like a sentence?
I don't know. You know, like something's
I want
like a ventriloquism kind of
Yes.
It's perfect for it.
That sounds like it's maybe.
That's some Bilbo Baggins shit right there.
Off the top of my head,
Are they like the giants where like the sun will turn into stone? But they're already stone, aren't they? Never mind.
That's exactly what it's designed for.
Never mind.
it does say you create a sound
You create a sound.
that lasts for
Your face
for a
creates a
minute.
Yeah, it says.
If you create a sound, its volume can range from a whisper to a scream. It can be your voice, someone else's voice, a lion's roar, a beating of drums, or
Okay.
any other sound you choose.
So I can make like a I can say like a small phrase.
A
or
short
something
sentence or phrase
Yeah.
would be acceptable, yes.
Are you
So
gonna say-
in the gruffiest, like bandity sort of voice I
Ooh,
can
Tom's
muster,
got a good one.
I'm gonna use minor illusion to throw to the like the other side of the clearing of where this is, and I wanted to say,
I'm the Grand Druid.
are ye Creighton's men? If ye are, we help you.
Okay.
Are ye
Are ye Cretans?
No, Creighton's, right? Creighton's sack?
Yeah, Crane Sark.
Creighton Sark.
Ah, I see. Are
I
ye
see.
Creighton's men?
Are ye Creighton's men? If ye are, we'll help.
I like Are You Cretans, man?
Are you Cretans? Well,
You Cretans! I knew it.
deserve
Y'all
it.
Cretans.
Raise your hand if you're a Cretan.
So one of them yells like, "No, we ain't Creighton's men. This is Glass-Eyed Jack's crew. We've got gold if you've got swords."
Glass-eyed Jack.
So now we're turned into. Did we hear this?
Side Jack.
Did we hear this?
Yeah,
yelling?
Yeah, you
Okay.
definitely.
So now I turn into a warhorse and charge them.
If you think that is prudent, if you want to do that, in fact, here, turn into a warhorse, and then I shall ride you into battle.
Yes,
Okay.
I
Yes, this is what I wanted. He wouldn't play with me the other night. Ka-chink!
Jake, hello.
I will be honest. I don't know whose side is the right side, if there is a right side, obviously. But these men are
I put
probably.
my finger on the.
Oh,
And then I jump and Legolas style.
Away!
Okay, I want to charge.
Okay, and so they're charging in. Do you have a?
We just look at each other. We're like,
okay.
He's up ahead of the whole party,
he
right?
came back to say something to us.
What?
No.
He just said something to us.
I don't
Didn't he
think
just say
so.
something to us?
No, he threw his voice to pretend
Wait,
to
but you were with us because he just put his finger on your lips.
You did do the show, but like, that's,
That's
So you were trying to talk OOC?
yeah. I was saying like I don't know who.
What is OOC?
Out of character.
Yeah, out of character. But no, that's fine. He still did the shish thing. I like it. It was.
Oh, okay. Well then,
Sure.
I mean, I feel like
You guys can charge in. I'm gonna.
I'm gonna attack the rock monster.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna travel normally behind the horse because though the attention will be drawn towards them and my soft body with my hollow bones.
I grab you by the.
So why don't-
No, don't.
why don't you give me a deception check
Okay.
to fool kind of everyone involved in the combat as to like whether there's more men in the woods or not.
Okay, that will be, well, I rolled an 8, but my deception, I don't know how you know how good at deception I am, but that's going to be a -1.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's a 7.
That's a 7, huh? Uh-huh. Do you want to stay with 7, or is that?
Yeah, sure, let's stay with 7.
Sure. All right.
I don't have a lot to, I can can load it, right? But it doesn't matter. No.
You have to add those before you roll.
Yeah, so
yeah, if you're out of rerolls, you're out of rerolls. All right.
Yeah.
Very good. So, well, I rolled a 5.
Yes!
So your deception does, you know, like everyone else kind of believes that there's somebody else in the woods up the trail, right? On the other side of the clearing. So let's roll for initiative. I will give you all a surprise round because his minor illusion went off so well.
Reroll that.
16.
Reroll that. Oops. Sorry. Okay, better, but not great.
Warhorse?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so...
Oh wait, does it say here?
And that's that, and ooh, that's not good for them.
I think you're +4 now.
That's my
Alright.
dex, huh?
Yeah, your dex.
Yeah.
So, 20 above, anyone above a 20?
No, mine was 11 plus 5, so 16 for me.
Anyone above 16?
No, 11.
Lowstrom's on 11.
14.
14.
I'm gonna reroll my initiative.
That's probably good.
I'm gonna be on 18. Sorry, Tom.
Boom. Top of the round for Strom.
Alright.
Damn.
Okay, so I have Strum on 18, Jorvin on 16. The Glass Eye crew, whoever that is on 12. Alton's on 11.
I'm on 11
Lowstrom's
too.
also
But I have
on 11.
no dex.
Yeah, and then the rock monsters are last. Rock monsters. All right,
Hey, they're
so
last.
Rock monsters!
so Strum, you approach the edge of the clearing. As I said, there's these 3 of these giant boulder type things, fighting 5 guys and destroying, doing a good job of decimating them. So.
What's kind of the formation here? From the men to the monstrosities.
So kind of a thumbnail sketch is that the 3 monstrosities sort of form a greater than sign or whatever you want to call it. There's, you know, a triangle. Flying V. And they've got several crumpled humanoids around them, and the other guys are beginning to think about.
My bad. Do you want paper drawn or something?
Is that just regular paper?
There's stuff on the other side, but I got, that's fine.
I have a dry erase.
Let's
just keep it under control.
Okay. Well, I was trying to help.
That was nice.
Yeah. Let's do it this way. All right. So there's a clearing that goes basically like this, and there's a trail that goes off this way, and a trail that goes off this way, right? The rock monsters are here. There's dead bodies around them, and then the remaining 5 guys are like that, right?
Okay.
And you're approaching from this direction.
Great. Got it. Okay. Well, thank you. If that's the case, I would like to cast my brand new spell, Shatter.
Yeah!
On these inorganic materials such as stone,
I told you he'd hate it.
crystal, or metal has disadvantage on their saving throw.
If they're living stone, are they not by definition organic?
It says inorganic. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm asking.
No, dude.
It's rock.
They're rock.
They're rock. It says stone right here. Such as...
Paper beats rock.
Let her have that. Also, it's not an argument.
All right,
It's
what's
not
the
about letting me do
DC?
anything.
What's the save and what's the DC?
It's still 13.
Still 13.
I almost
What
looked
kind
it.
of save?
Kind of safe.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Probably Dex.
Constitution.
Failed save. Constitution.
Constitution.
Nailed.
Well,
Nailed it.
Will you let me? I want to do a heroic thing first.
Okay.
Before you.
Okay.
I'm a horse now.
I'm a horse.
The
and
heroic
I'm going
horse.
fast. And
All right.
then the
So
back
that's a
one.
failure.
Yay!
Wait, a con save? Yeah, it's at disadvantage, though, you said.
disadvantage since they're made of stone.
And the DC
And I
is
can-
13?
Yes, sir.
Well, that was a 12.
Suck it.
Wow.
Suck it, nerd.
That one makes it.
Does it though?
Yeah, a
Do you
14
have
and
a
a
thing?
15.
Do you have a thing?
I'm gonna
Or
wait to see what the
does
other
it?
one rolls.
Oh, okay.
No, I'll reroll it.
Yeah, the implement.
That
9
makes it. Oh, no. Nope, that doesn't make it.
plus 5.
Plus 5. Really?
They've got high constitution.
Let me just check. 20 constitution is plus 5.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's a lot of constitution.
They still take half, though.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
still
they
gonna-
still take half.
9 plus 5.
Oh, he makes it too.
So 2 of them made it, 1 of them failed.
Crap.
I'm out of... I can't make him reroll anymore.
That's fine.
There's one. I think Kyle has one, and that's it.
That's okay.
Yeah, I have one.
They still take half damage.
But also, I'm not sure if I want them to die or if I want the humans to die. So.
What? What's your...
All right, roll your damage. Don't
And just so you know, this is a 10-foot radius sphere.
I don't know,
so
they
I'll
seem
be-
like bandits,
I'll be
that's all I'm
aiming it
saying.
in the center of them there.
They could sneak us out of here.
Like we were told that
Okay.
that there's bandits in there now, so I'm just saying, like there's not. I don't trust them.
But they're not Karen Sark's men.
What?
They're not...
5,
Oh yeah, no, they're Glass Eyes crew because that sounds so much better.
9, 10, 11.
Just
would add
stating the
anything?
facts.
That's
No.
right.
That's basically, but probably
I'm
not.
down. Let's kill them all.
I'm a forest snowman. I don't
So
want them.
11 damage for the one who
These
failed,
guys-
and then 5. Would you round down?
Way
5
better
for
affinity at the rock
one
monster.
cent.
Okay.
Didn't make it, and that's me from the line of the trees, standing in the shadow. I pull out my electric guitar.
Oh,
And do
nice.
the power chord.
Gosh, what is that song?
All right, that is Strum at the top of the order. Next up
Has
is
chat not addressed that yet?
Jorvin. I'm sure Chat has. but
I
it
am
hasn't
gonna
popped
use
up in
my
my
movement just to duck behind a
Rolling
tree
Stones
too.
or
So.
something.
Okay, you can't actually hide, right? Because you're not you don't have a bonus action to
Well,
do
okay,
that.
then I
but
move deeper into the wood.
That's fine.
Great.
Okay. Noted.
Just don't want to be a primary target of hollow bones.
Okay.
Oh, you just wait.
Oh, you've never mentioned that.
Jorvin.
All right, Jorv.
Okay.
Jorvy boy. The creeps are calling.
Oh, are
That's
you doing
Danny boy.
No, I'm doing bardic inspiration as a bonus
Oh.
action.
Nice.
No, I can't do that.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
Can I do it as a bonus action?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
You
bonus.
just- you're tugging on my
It is a bonus
heartstrings.
action.
Give it to him.
Oh, I meant as like a reaction because my turn already stopped.
Oh,
Yeah, but
did you have a bonus action left?
Yeah.
Okay.
to him.
You can do it if you
Yeah,
want.
I'll give you bardic inspiration. Go for it.
Yeah, Badgy boy.
What is it?
That's a
D6.
D6.
D6, boom.
Whoa, your joke turned into
All right,
reality.
Jorvin, what do you got?
Okay. I am super not sure who to trust in this one.
Yeah, you want to kill everybody.
So I am going to use. I'm going to use my hero's favor. I am going to jump out of the bushes into the middle of them. I'm gonna slam my fist onto the ground, and I'm gonna use my ensnaring strike to essentially and instead of doing just one, I'd like to create kind of like a bramble barrier between the two factions.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
All right. Interesting.
So there you go on that.
Yes, thank you.
And 2d10, right?
Yep, 2d10.
Plus your proficiency.
Plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so +2. Ooh, so that's a 6 and a 1. +2 will be a grand total of 9.
Unfavorable.
Unfavorable.
No.
Well, considering I don't really know which faction to support, we'll see what happens.
All right.
Yeah, this is anybody's.
So you jump jump out.
I go, enough!
Yeah. Yeah. So because this is a hero's favor, you kind of get to break the entire cycle of what you could normally do in a turn, right? So you scamper up a tree and launch yourself off of an overhanging branch, and we do that anime moment of and your eyes are wide, and then just pupils are a little pink, and everything is zzz around you. And we just cut back.
Nothing but swatch
and then
colors
you
behind
see
you.
kind of the giant boulder creatures
This isn't even my final form.
And then they slowly stop, and their faces rise up. And we cut back to and we see the men in their armor and in the midst of sort of this bleak moment of probably grim death that they're staring down, fighting these huge elemental creatures. They then suddenly turn because they hear something strange. And we cut back to and then boom, you land your punch, right? And invoke your ensnaring strike. And for a moment, there's this huge, almost like a mushroom cloud of brambles and vines and branches and things like that just spread out from you. But one of the three boulder creatures looks at the other two, and then the third one looks at the one in the middle, and the one in the middle just puts his guy down, literally just drops him, and the dude's lifeless form just slumps to the body, thwop, and you hear this creature in a very low and foreboding voice say, "Little one, this is our forest." And he stomps a foot on one side and stomps a foot on the other side, and suddenly all of your brambles just collapse into a pile, right? And in fact, as he stomps one last time, there's this earthquake that shatters forth and creates a chasm that you fall into.
Oh my god.
You were just trying to help.
Yeah.
I figured it was their forest.
And you take...
Do I get to make a save or anything?
No, you failed your hero's moment, buddy.
Okay,
so that's 12 points of damage as you fall into
That's how much health I gained in the beginning.
No.
Oh my god.
So the crack, opens up, you're swallowed into it, and then it kind of slams closed.
Am I trapped in the dirt?
You're not trapped in the dirt, but that's where the extra damage comes from.
Okay.
You're kind of and it
Where does that leave
it
him?
slams together, and you
He
kind
pops
of
back up.
you get burped up into the air out of the earth and land flat on your back. You're prone.
You got pooped out.
I did.
You got smushed,
didn't want
smushed
you.
and pooped.
So there you go.
Oh my god, you were born from the earth.
Now
And you love the
because you
earth.
failed, you get this back.
Okay.
Oh wow.
That's what
And
we're doing now?
when you completely fail out, you get it back. If it's a mixed result, you don't. But if you get completely unfavorable, it comes back.
I didn't know
Also, Hero's Favor is outside the normal action of combat, right? So you still have your turn. You are now in the middle of these things. You have attracted everyone's attention.
Yes,
You've
I
got
have.
Bardic
And-
Inspiration.
And you've got Bardic Inspiration, and you've
And
taken
you
some
really
damage.
embarrassed yourself.
Yeah.
I'm
not that embarrassed.
I
I'm
feel
like-
good for Jorvin.
I'm like, I understand this was your forest. That's why I was.
There's one last leaf that like a little wisp of vine that you had summoned, which kind of spirals and curlicues down.
I
through-
open my mouth and I catch it on my tongue.
And yeah,
Like a snowflake.
yeah, it lands on
And
your
I crunch out.
It lands on your tongue, and you realize you're now face up in the rain, which is maybe the worst possible thing for Jorvin, because you can feel the grime and the muck washing off of you.
That's a really good title of a song.
Face up in the rain.
Next week.
Next week.
So I use half my movement to get up.
All right, you stand up.
I stand up. I write myself. I understand this was your forest. We are not here to harm you. Just, you know, I was hoping that these men... you know what? It doesn't matter at this point. Fine. You're gonna kill me, right? Is that the thing? Well...
You put on your badge class.
But
what sort of tattoos are under there?
And I will attempt to attack the first the closest man. If I can get to him within fit with my 12
Closest
feet.
man?
Boulder guy or dude? You said man, so.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, but it was the boulder guys that attacked me.
Yeah. Yep. All right. You can have your pick. You know that, you know.
Well, I have 12 feet of movement, so is that enough to get to the...
You can get to any one of them. Strumthrum has severely, well, not severely, but noticeably
All of them are
damaged one
injured.
of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will go to the damaged one.
The most
They're
damaged
all.
one.
Yeah.
Sure. Sounds good.
One more than
All right,
the other.
and
Yeah.
I
So you
will,
go over to this one.
Okay, and I will attack him first. That will be a 16 plus 7, so that will hit. I'm guessing he doesn't have an AC over 20.
23. 23 to hit.
Oh, it says here his AC is 35.
Oh,
That's
No, it doesn't,
that's a
Tom.
drag. You hit.
Oh no. Okay, he's damaged. So that will be 7 plus another 3. That will be 10 points of piercing, of slashing damage on that one. And
All
then for my offhand, I will attack, but that will be a grand total of 9. So
9 is not enough.
Okay.
So 10 points is what you did, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay. Noted. All right. So, the men at this point, the three are gonna try and close ranks, I guess, and you know, try and see if they can turn the tide on this encounter now that they see that they have a little bit of help. But they're the two in the back are kind of like looking at each other like maybe this is our opportunity to bail, right? All right, so
Cowards.
the guy in the front,
Tribe. It's not tribe.
he hits twice. And where's the rest of my dice?
As soon as Alton comes in riding on his new war horse, they'll be real inspired.
I can't wait to see what happens there.
Oh.
All right. So one guy hits
Bardic inspiration.
twice.
Huh?
I could use the Bardic on my second attack. I don't know if you
Well, it's you can use it
still
next
have it?
time.
His compatriot hits that same guy.
Wow.
No, he misses once, but he hits once for not a lot of damage. So that's that.
Hey.
And the other guy attacks number
Be
3
nice.
Nah.
twice.
These,
And
rock eggs are
only hits
dumb.
once.
Humpty Dumpty
And he
ass
does minimum
motherfucker.
damage to that.
kill that graveler fuck.
All right.
Dumbass graveler.
So,
Shit.
you...
Get an onyx or a real Pokemon.
Oh my god, get it. Onyx is dope.
All right. So you hear them. You
Rock for life.
you can tell that this guy over here who really smacked the dude. He looks like he's maybe the leader, and he starts barking at the two other guys in the back, and he yells like, "Waller, Wiggin, get in this fight! Come on!" All right, so that's those guys.
Waller and Wiggin?
Yep.
Wiggin's a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, but the man says that.
Yeah.
Not the grapplers. Okay.
The
Right.
gravelers, I'm glad that's canon now.
Alton, it is your turn unless you want to.
Alton is going to.
You guys are.
Yeah, I'm on top of Lone
Oh,
Storm.
yeah.
In her warhorse form. I'm gonna actually. I can let Lowstorm go in front of me and permanently move myself behind Lowstorm, correct? Or is it just I can hold
For
an
this
action?
time.
So technically, you can't delay. You can only you can ready to do something later.
Okay. So I'm gonna...
but if you want to, you said you want to do your hero's favor, right? You can do that outside of initiative. Right?
Yeah,
you can do your hero's favor.
Okay, I'll do that. I want to do that because I want to charge. I want to go bowling for these guys.
Yeah. Then I will say this though. I know that you're not in the clearing yet. But when you do enter the clearing, I will yell because you can I would know that you can understand.
Yeah,
me.
I can't talk.
You can't talk, but you can understand me.
Yeah,
right?
I can.
So I will yell
right here.
when I see you enter. Finally, I will yell in giant, specifically like they may be bandits. Don't trust the humans.
Got it. Okay, cool. Well, I am in a bowl.
You see a giant
horse
riding in. And Alton, not even sitting down, he's standing in his stirrups with his sword.
Yes! Awesome! And I am I'm like a bat out of hell coming for these guys. And I've done the geometry, and I'm gonna try to, knock them down like bowling pins.
So you wanna just knock all three of them over?
Boop 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 boop. Strike.
The three granite guys.
Yes, the grapplers.
Mm-hmm. The grapplers.
The grapplers.
Okay, so here we go.
So
10.
10 plus your proficiency bonus.
12.
Mixed results.
Mixed results. I look awesome, by the way.
Yes, you do.
All right. So, all right.
Oh my God! Don't make me get Jorvin.
You just gave him an idea, Amy. He wasn't thinking that all.
Now here's what happens is you assume your majestic warhorse form,
yes,
and you can smell now the musk of battle coming from up ahead.
I'm a black horse with white shoes, like white hair around my white booties.
Yep.
I feel like you would be a Clydesdale.
Oh,
straight up,
what
right? Because aren't they the biggest horse?
Yeah, they're giant horses. They have hairy feet.
They do have white feet. Yeah.
Yeah. The Budweiser horses.
Yeah,
I'm in.
They're they're fucking beefy as shit. They're super muscly.
Yeah.
And so your adrenaline gets pumping as you can smell the froth of battle up ahead of you, right?
Yeah, I've got snot and spittle all over the place.
And so you come pounding into the clearing and leap over a giant fallen log and come sailing into the clearing.
And I horse scream.
And you horse scream.
This is literally that scene in Beauty and the Beast.
Or
the horses just fucking scream.
Or the Night Riders in Lord of the Rings.
And
they're fucking scary. The Nazgul, yeah.
And
the Nazgul and the horses.
Yeah.
You easily plow into number 3, right?
Give off the halfling.
You plow into number 3 almost like it's not even there.
Okay.
And it goes rolling, head over tea kettle into number 2 and knocks that one over.
Yes.
And you dig your hooves into the soft, muddy ground as the rain comes pouring down around you, and you charge headfirst into number 1, and you lower your head and just bowl into him, neck down, and completely knock him over.
Great.
Right? Just thwong, and send him spiraling out, almost outside of the clearing.
The end.
You hit him so hard that Alton goes, "Ah!" and also goes flying out of the clearing, and whack, you hit a tree.
Oh, he fucking stormtrooper.
Oh my God.
And you take 7 points of damage
Yes.
as you schwack into that tree.
Also,
and
your spine is collapsed.
I will give you an
And your
acrobatics
speed bike
check
exploded.
to avoid falling to the ground.
Can I use Featherfall as a reaction?
Don't you have to touch him? I think you can touch
How close do you have to be?
I'm just on the other bit of the wood there.
That 8 probably wouldn't know.
Yeah, it's pretty far.
That 19 plus 6. So
Okay.
I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, so 25. Yeah, you hit this tree and you slide down a little, and you're about to just sort of peel off and fall on your back, but you realize that there's a little bit of a branch underneath you, and you tip your foot on it, and then you
Do a backflip?
Literally do a backflip and land on your feet.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
And then you try to do that thing where you like dust yourself off and you're all proud of yourself, but you realize that you have several like spurs of broken branch embedded in your shoulder and your clothing.
Oh my god, ow.
And there's just like splotches of blood running down the front of you.
The horse looks at you like and shrugs.
A horse shrug.
Yeah.
All right. So you did successfully knock all 3 of them prone.
Yes.
All right. It is now. That's out of initiative. It's now Alton's turn, and we'll come back to you.
Okay.
You're over next to Jorvin, is where you have ended up.
So, I am right near one of them.
Oh yeah. Number 1 now is over in the clearing. I'm gonna say it's gonna take a move action to get to him, because Lowstorm hit him so hard. But that's the closest.
I'm gonna move over to that sucker, and
he also happens to be the one who's the most damaged.
Cool. I'm gonna stab him.
Yeah, he's prone, so you have advantage on this.
I'm gonna stab
Did you say that these can be used on damage as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. 18 plus 6.
Nice. So many.
And each is a +1.
So many number.
And you can only put 3 at a time on, right? So you can't juice it to +6, but you can juice it +3 if you want to bump your damage or you want to bump your to hit.
Get that juice.
So that's gonna be 10 damage.
10 damage. All right. Very good.
Very
All right.
good. Very good.
So
Was that the same one I hit?
yes.
Oh.
So that one has taken a lot of damage. Is not looking good at this point.
Nice.
But how's he feeling?
It's.
Oh, you flesh creatures will pay for your insolence.
If I had a silver for every
Never
time someone told
met a
me I would
horse in
pay
her
for
life.
my insolence.
All right, Lost. If that's your turn.
Yep, that's my turn.
You don't want to action surge?
No.
Okay, I'm going to inspire myself. Yeah, I'm feeling inspired. Okay, and I'm going to horse attack with my hooves with someone who's...
So you can get over to number 2.
That Adventure Time episode where the horse takes its hooves off.
Where-
It has like little
You're
tiny
next to
human
Jorvin,
hands.
and you knocked that number 1 out of the clearing, right?
Okay, all right, I'll get number 2. Here we go.
He's prone. You have advantage on this attack.
Okay,
Which is
so
good because
thank
you rolled garbage.
God.
That's 2 garbage.
So
Two
scary.
garbage.
When you go to Gen Con, let me just ask,
Reroll.
are you on the Havana Mahoney plan of getting dice that actually roll good, or are
Those
you
are new
on
dice.
Those are new dice. Also, you gotta roll in the table.
Oh yeah, that didn't count.
Wait, that's a real plan. That wasn't a burn, that's a real plan I have.
Oh my Jesus.
That was
That's a
7.
burn on her.
And a 10. At least you got double digits this time.
Those are new dice, though. I haven't
Yeah,
seen her
those are
use
brand
those
new.
dice
Yeah.
before.
They're
was
not
gonna-
brand new, but I haven't used them
It's
for
gonna
this game.
compliment them. They're very.
Does a
nice.
14
They're very
hit?
aqua.
Yeah. Stone doesn't have a high AC,
Does a 14
right?
hit?
A 14 does not hit.
Yeah, curve it more towards me, Tom.
No, 14 does not hit. I'm sorry.
I have an iPad.
Oh, I'm afraid that 14 doesn't hit,
Okay.
Governor.
Then this is what happens.
Alistair?
The warhorse rears up and lands, but the egg rolls and is like, ooh, and then the warhorse
Oh,
does
it's
it
that-
again.
Egg roll!
It's
Egg roll!
Does an
it's
egg
that
roll?
same-
Egg roll, pork, egg roll!
It's in Two Towers when Pippin's almost stomped by a horse, but he rolls out of the way.
Thank you.
He
yes.
made that dex save.
Yeah.
Okay, so I missed all the times and I spent all my money.
Quit trying to kill Pippin. I think that's
Yeah.
the moral of the story.
Nah,
Leave Pippin alone!
nah, Pippin's dead. Okay, that's
Is that
it.
true? That's true.
I mean, eventually,
true? No,
eventually he
Pippin
does die of old age.
They all.
No, they sail into the west. They don't die.
No, Mary. and
Mary
Pippin,
dies.
No, they all survive to the end. Mary becomes governor after Sam does for a couple of
Governor,
times.
hey, what? Hey, Mary the governor.
Yeah, we're talking about a book here. Come on.
Okay, pass, I guess.
Hold on.
Pass.
Hold on.
Guys, the warhorse looks fierce as fuck.
Oh my
However-
god. Mane waving in the
fierce.
wind.
Yeah, just.
However, does literally nothing.
All right. Well, the good news
Except
is
inspire us all
Kills
in our
Alton.
hearts. You got a lot of heart? That's all that matters.
Don't say heart. That's the guy's name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do have a lot of heart.
The good news is because they're all prone, they can't do stand up and do their rolling damage attack.
Yeah.
Which is,
They actually can't get up if they're
Oh my
ovals.
god, the wrecking ball from Overwatch.
they have legs.
No,
That reference.
but
Brand new hero.
it's like a turtle getting up. They can't get up.
All right.
Yes.
So
He's like a turtle.
they
Like
each
a turtle.
they each stand up. Let's see. All right.
Doing it wrong.
So, this guy got knocked. Number 3 got knocked down far enough that all he can do is stand up. He's not within reach of one of the black-clad warriors who's facing down. So his attacks are. He essentially does a double move and closes with this guy over here who has been attacking him before. This guy stands up. Because you're in melee with him, he's going to attack Flowstorm.
All right.
And,
Good luck. My armor class is out of control.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I don't care what that is. I'm gonna re-roll it because I rolled a 6. So that's cocked. God.
Yeah, spend that money.
I'm stuck with the first one. A 16.
Yeah,
Wow.
that hits.
Yeah, that hits.
Barely though?
No, my armor class is 11. I lied to get him to spend his money.
I keep
might have
forgetting
hit
you're a
with the first one.
spellcaster because you're so.
Yeah.
Well, and also she's got horse AC right now.
Oh, it's horse AC.
So it slams you with one of its brutal fists for 11 points of damage.
Ooh, that horse is looking grim.
It's though if the horse gets to 0 HP, it turns back into Lowstorm and she's at full HP.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but I take any remainder.
Yeah, if there's like
Oh
overlap.
sure, yeah, but yeah.
So the other one attacks you.
You can try.
It tries to attack you.
No, it
A
doesn't.
natural 1 does not do it.
And then I riposte. And
Oh, repairs.
Let's see.
Repairs.
Do I
A
have
horse
to-
is in post, repost.
Let's see.
Hello.
So that's gonna be. Does a 16 hit?
Oh, get that stone AC.
It meets, doesn't it?
Its armor class
It meets.
is 16.
Okay.
Knew it. I know the it meets face. I know that it meets face.
Good job, repost.
So it takes 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage.
35 damage.
All right.
Wow, good job.
So
Nice.
it struggles to its feet and it slams a fist down towards
I
you.
try to sidestep and then just cut it.
And it lands its fist in the mud and there's this huge kind of like flume wave.
It's all
of
very
mud.
cinematic.
It is.
Do you want me to describe it in a more boring fashion?
No, I'm having a great time. That was a compliment. I know you don't know what
So
those
this-
feel like.
Yeah,
so-
Tom,
Splash
can you
of-
tone it down a bit?
The splash of mud actually washes over it too, right? And for a moment it kind of like, "Rah!" And as it shakes its head and you see little flecks of mud and sod fall off of its face, you just turn around and your blade finds a crack in the boulder and you just flex it ever so slightly and you hear something within it kind of like,
Oh.
and it cracks
Yes.
into 16 different pieces, just falls apart.
Oh, nice.
And there's just these huge chunks of granite laying in the mud now.
I feel sorry for these creatures.
I feel like we're
They're
all
just
in
defending-
Flashdance.
What a feeling!
Like,
It
I'm
is-
picturing everything in swim on the rock trance. They're flinging the mud off their bodies, and the horse's
Well, Alta does
mane
just
is
lean
like,
down and
I still have my hero's
Right?
favor. Can I bucket it?
yes. Oh, you got to get Lowstorm to do it from like a height.
Yeah. Just take that filth bucket and pour it on.
All right, Strum, we're top of round 2. It's up to you.
So only one of the stone giants is left.
no,
No, you've
Two.
you've eliminated one that you had dogpiled the most damage on, and the other 2
Okay.
are still.
Well, I would like to use
available.
my heroic blah blah doo doo doo.
Blubba doobie
Blubba
blubba.
Blah dee boobity
Beboppa
bop.
doo dot and die, ooboppa dee dot and die, ooboppa dee dot and bye.
And I would like to try and do shatter again, but turn it up to 11.
You want to
This
empower
one goes up to 11.
your shatter.
Right.
Okay.
So it was a power chord,
So what
and
does
now it's
that?
like a
What does that
superpower
mean?
chord.
What does that mean for you? What do you think that implies?
I would hope, if centering it between 2, that it would increase the damage to it.
Or maybe stun them for a round so that we can get out of here or something.
At your discretion, please.
So you're using your hero's moment to try and do some extra damage with this
I
spell.
want to do extra damage, or maybe knock them, or stun. I don't know the effects of stun that you're talking about.
Just
Kyle,
make them not.
Well,
be
this
able
is
to take an
not,
action.
this is not bound by any particular rules or anything like that. You tell me what you want your hero's moment to look like.
Stun would mean that they would be essentially kind of like incapacitated for 1 round.
Yeah.
So like your shatter would be so powerful that it would kind of stop them in their tracks for at least maybe, because it took a lot for us to just take 1 down.
Yeah.
I'm
thinking maybe since it's a heroes thing, since it's a cinematic
You just want to
version.
stab it.
Or maybe it's like I'm rolling the volume up so much that they actually have to take a round, to cover their ears and come back from that ringing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they don't necessarily have ears, but ears, ears. Or maybe the rocks that they're made of are keep vibrating, so they have to take a moment to recenter themselves.
Okay. All right. Well, why don't you roll your hero's favor? Let's see how this turns out for
How
you.
does this
2d10.
fucking work again? Okay. Every
3d10
time. I don't
plus
remember. 3d10?
2d10. Yes, 3d10.
Farts. Okay. Do better. So 10
12.
plus 2.
Does that
Mixed
Why
results.
plus 2?
That's a
Proficiency.
Oh, we all have plus 2. Okay.
Yeah,
12.
that's true.
Mixed results.
All right,
Nice.
12. So you.
Uh-oh.
All right. So here's what happens: is you do channel your spell energy, and you focus your concentration, and you use your powers of mimicry to. First, you layer on kind of like the base spell, right? But you use your powers of mimicry to then do like a harmonious version of the shatter spell, right? That it essentially forms kind of like a power chord, and you're stacking one on top of the other, on top of the other, and so it's like a shout that comes from inside you, like a cone of energy.
It's a foos, yeah, for sure.
That comes out, and so you're furiously just channeling every bit of effort that you can into this pulse of energy that builds and builds and builds and builds, and it erupts with enormous force. What you unfortunately are not able to control is not only do you double the damage of the spell, but you double the area of the spell. So I need you to also make saving throws against your Constitution saving.
I can add this too.
Yes.
Yeah, he has Bardic Inspiration.
Well, I'm gonna.
Can I throw Bardic Inspiration at her as a bonus action?
Not.
I'm gonna
no.
bump.
She got some
It would be as a reaction, right?
Oh, I don't need to roll. Why am I rolling?
Well, you have to roll damage.
You're doing double damage.
What's that in front of you?
68?
This is 17.
Okay, 17. So 17 plus 5 plus 2.
I'm rolling so
Plus
badly.
So 24.
You had to get 13.
Okay.
I got 8. And I bumped it too.
Do you have rerolls?
16.
No.
Can I bump it for you?
Do you
Or
want
do I
to
have
reroll?
do
You
it?
can't bump it anymore at this point.
No, I want to see what happens. Because I'm in Warhorse. My Warhorse is just going to poof go away. But she was pretty well if she lost it. I want to use my staff anyway. It's time.
It's time.
Oh, wait.
37.
I might die. Okay, 37.
37.
So I had 8 left, so that's 29. And I'm at 6 hit points as low.
So I take half?
Yeah, you take
Half of 37?
Yeah, it's.
Oh,
18.
that is some mixed results.
All right.
gonna cure
All right. So
myself
number
this
2
round.
takes the full 37. That's brutal.
Dead?
It's not dead, and it had barely been touched. 5 hit points worth of damage. And the other one also fails. Takes 37, so it's taken 48
Dead.
points. Not dead. All right, now, great. That was your hero's moment. So there's this
Yes. Okay.
enormous shatter. Now you actually have the spell is charged against you, but
Okay.
but you have your regular turn that you can take.
Amy went down. Oh,
No.
horse went
No,
down.
the horse.
Horse disappeared. Low Storm appeared and like just on her, yeah, like standing there and like clutching any part of her body that she could.
What are you at?
6.
Okay, yeah, I can run to her. Or where are you at? And well, I guess you must have been within 20 feet of me, so I can run to her and where's my healing spell? Hello.
Isn't it range?
Healing word. Oh, it is. So from my spot, 60 feet. So I will, within range, regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus your spell casting modifier. Is that something I roll or Amy rolls?
You roll that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And that's a bonus action, I believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Be healed.
Plus your spell casting ability, which is plus 3, so 5 HP back.
Cool. Thank you. Guys, I'm back to double digits.
Okay.
Feeling
5
good.
HP to you. That is a bonus action. Yeah, 1 bonus
Yeah.
action.
You can only cast a cantrip if you want to cast a spell.
Yer.
You're.
Yer. Hello. Hi, buddy.
He's so cute.
He's so cute. Can I just do
You could.
another bonus action? You're next, right?
You can't swap a bonus action for an action.
You can't? Oh.
You can fire your crossbow.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you inspiration.
No, I'm fine.
Or I could, yeah. I'll just fire my crossbow then.
Okay. You want to fire it at the nearest one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good.
Let's see if
Roll
I
your
can even
attack.
hit it. Plus 6 isn't bad. Oh, hello? That's an 18.
All right, you
Plus
hit.
6. Okay. And then a d6.
Harold.
Oh, that's 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Very good. Not good.
Oh wait, no, wait. It was power chord, and then it was.
Yeah. Pretty
I'm
awesome.
fucking. What am I doing over here?
All right, Monster Machine. Jorvin,
Like leaning.
Dwarven.
Yeah.
you're not feeling well.
I'm not. No.
What are you at?
I'm at 14.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, he's fine.
Well, I
No,
meant
he had
I meant
44.
should I have healed him instead?
No.
But
No, it's
Feel like
No, you definitely healed the right person.
You.
to be fair, it was my fault. But worth it, right? Yeah. Right? They each almost took 40 points of damage.
Still friends?
I'm gonna go after the damaged one. And
I think if anyone's gonna make
right,
it
They're both damaged.
next to me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure. Okay.
Right,
Number
that's,
two.
that's the
Number
number
two.
two. Yeah, it's number two,
This
right?
guy,
Yeah,
sure.
okay. So I will.
Get him.
Get him.
Yeah, I will attack him. First one is going to be a 20 to hit,
Yes.
and he's already damaged,
Yes.
correct? So that will be 13 points of slashing damage on the first attack, and then the second attack is going to be a 25 to hit.
Okay.
And oh no, I'm sorry, not that. Just this. So 5 and 5 is going to be another 10 slashing damage.
All right. So you rise up and froth comes out of your mouth. You're like, "You hurt my friend, Low Storm!" And you charge forward and you plunge one blade into this thing, and you plunge the other blade into it, and then you just flex your arms, and the thing pops.
Well, I'm not there. I don't see it.
Nice.
Oh.
And shatters stone all over the place. Just
Great.
a rain of
Okay.
bricks and
And
More flash dance.
Hero's Favor don't carry over anyway, so I'm going to use it, right?
Okay.
And so I will use that to, again, I'm going to try and, as like the stone is falling down, I'm going to take my fist, I'm going to punch one of them and send the stone flying at the other one. And I'm going to try and essentially like ensnaring strike it where, again, like it, I want to try and like essentially incapacitate it for a round so that maybe we can like try and talk with it in some way, or like these are the forest guardians.
That's a great plan. Do it.
What are these, like
It's not gonna.
yeah.
All right.
No. That's fine. You guys have your prerogative. Mine's to be like, okay, we're gonna question this guy, and then everyone else like stabs him. Like, oh, come on, guys.
So you want to try?
That was you. You were in the opposite position.
So you want to try and kind of knock it out? Is that?
Well, Ensnaring Strike is like it grapples it. I'd like to try and or like restrain it in some way.
Be careful, the grapple system in 5e's broken.
That's why we're doing this as Hero's favor.
Oh, I know.
All right, 6 and 2 is 8.
Plus another 2.
2 is 10.
So that is
just unfavorable.
Yeah. Ooh, man, I am not doing well. I am not doing well with these. So
Ow!
I was like, wait. I've already tried this once on them. Maybe this wasn't a good idea, but it already happened.
You just turned it into a fucking spike ball.
So you crack the thing in half, and there's chunks and bits of boulder and bricks flying up in the air, and you do like leap up, and again we see like the anime moment of you like rocket into the air. And
this is gonna be so cool.
And you spin around, and it forms like a momentary like miniature tornado, and then we go into bullet time as you like punch one of these rocks, and you hit it square on with your knuckles, and it goes and it's shooting across the clearing towards number 3, right? And then number 3 goes, I am made of rock. You cannot kill rock with rock. And he throws it right back at you.
So how much bludgeoning damage?
10 points of damage.
I'm still up.
It's not very effective.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I still got 4.
That's Jorvin's turn, unless there's something else you want to do. I think you're out of...
I'd like to take a moment just to catch my breath.
I believe you get this
I
back.
do.
This is ridiculous.
I'm going to keep trying.
All right.
I feel like you're going to get a critical next
This guy over by Alton, who appears to be Glass-Eyed Jack, the leader, he says, Come on, men, we got him on the ropes. And these guys...
Is boxing been invented?
This guy's
What's
dead.
he mean?
Yeah.
Pugilism.
So these... all 3 of these guys are going to close in and try to attack. That's a hit. That's a... wait a minute. I'm rolling 2. They don't have advantage.
They have...
So one guy crits.
Is this the bandits?
Yeah. Okay. And the other guy misses. So that turns into this. 13 points of damage, which is brutal. And 15 plus 3, so 13.
31.
3. Yeah, 31 points of damage. So the 3 of them converge and hammer away and make short work of the last boulder creature. No, and shatters them apart. And they all take a deep breath and they look at you, and the leader says, Thanks. You really, you saved our bacon there. I really appreciate it. Hey,
I'm just walking back in.
Yeah.
Because I was flung into out of the clearing.
Yeah.
And I come back slightly more bloody, putting my sword away.
Are you still walking in a straight line?
So you're walking up. Let's see who he kind of thinks is the leader.
I did do the most damage.
But I did come in on a warhorse.
Right.
But she was the warhorse.
I'm the warhorse.
Yeah, so he kind of sizes you all up and decides that you must be the leader, right? And he says,
Why?
hey, really appreciate all your help there. My name's Garen Vance, but you can just call me Glass-Eyed Jack.
Okay. I'm Alton Newberry. Garen Vance, eh?
Yeah, well, hey, Alton, I caught what you did with your rapier there. That was some fancy sword work, I gotta say. We're down a few guys. You want to travel together?
Wait, did you catch what I did with my hooves?
What What brings you to this part what brings you this part of the Ironwood? And why were the Guardians of the Ironwood attacking you?
Guardians? You think these guys are guarding the forest? No, they're preying on us. We're out here logging just like everybody else. Isn't that why you're here?
Logging.
Yes, logging.
Like writing in a book.
Are we?
Like logging, like diarying, like journaling.
Excuse my compatriots.
I can see we're gonna have a little business proposition for you guys. If you're interested in being cut in, obviously we're down a few shares.
Well,
we're the company of the Burning Blade. You certainly proved yourselves. We may be able to work something out.
Would you find logging again?
Cutting down trees.
Got
for
it.
wood.
Yes, right.
I'm sure it would be a very lucrative proposal. Unfortunately, we are on a bit of a mission ourselves.
We have loftier goals in mind other than just cutting down trees.
I must say.
But if you would like to join the, we are headed westward towards the south of the mountains. Under Hoot now.
Oh, we're headed that way ourselves. We're headed back to our base camp.
Oh, you have a base camp. We would love to accompany.
Yes.
You know, it's funny. I don't mean to pry, but
spit it out. I don't know what.
Garen Vance, famed sword fighter.
I mean, well.
Yeah, I heard of you. From him.
I'm a bit of a,
Fanboy.
a bit of a swordsman myself.
Oh.
I saw that. Yeah, that was some impressive stuff.
He beat me with a sword.
That sounds like quite a challenge.
Yeah.
I'm not
I would love to. I mean, I'm sure we're all your men, and you would probably want some rest and stuff, and we would love to accompany you to your camp. But maybe if we have a moment to maybe cross swords, just to have a friendly little match.
Yes, for honor.
You should be up front, though. He's very bad at hugging.
Noted. Hey, I mean, that sounds like a great proposition. I've got one for all of you. How about we get the fuck out of this rain?
Fair enough.
Agreed.
I don't feel the rain.
It's because of her hollow bones.
All right.
It's because of my feathers.
So with that, you sort of rally together and head off into the woods to make camp. We'll find out what happens next time on the Ironkeep Chronicles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey everybody, thank you so much for all of your donations, for your viewership, for the subs that came up tonight. We had a great time tonight. I hope your contributions certainly did make a difference. We're going to keep track of at least one other thing that was unlocked here that will continue to play out in the next session. So, speaking of the next session, we are off next week.
What?
Next week is Gen Con.
It's Gen Con! You are!
Can come and see us play live. Not me particularly, but you can come and see us play live at Gen Con. We also have some panels going on. If you're going to be at the con, we'd love to just meet you.
I'm sure that you'll be on the floor playing a game, then they could just watch.
Right? Yeah, sure.
Follow me around the con.
So I personally won't be there, and I don't know that.
I will not. No.
Yeah. So Kyle won't be there, but everybody else.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
So please,
we'll be there. Apparently,
please, if you see us, say hi. We love to meet our fans.
You're the worst at that. Eric's always like, "Here's exactly where I live, internet."
Yeah, we'll be at the Holiday Inn Express Airport.
Yeah,
so why?
No, that's not true. So tune in 2 weeks from tonight, and we'll pick up the final 2 sessions before we take our season hiatus here for When a Star Falls. But please do seek us out at Gen Con. We hope to see you and at least say hi and whatever else. So let's have a big round of applause for Mr. Kyle Caps here.
Yay! Thank you. So this is super fun.
What are you going to do with your week off?
Do what I always do, work.
Playing 5 other D&D games.
That as well.
All right, very good.
Yeah. DM my Sunday game, DM the Thursday game, play the Tuesday
If you
game.
want to see what Kyle is up to work-wise, or you want to see some of his fabulous doodles, you can follow him on the Tweeter machine.
Yep. So Twitter is KJC Illustration, and then the Instagram is @Kyle Illustration. And I have our artwork for the show up on both.
Very good, very good. Big round of applause for our songstress. Wait, Lady Amy Vorpal. Lady Amy Vorpal, everyone.
Dame Amy Vorpal.
Dame Amy Vorpal.
Me.
Yes.
I'm Amy Vorpal.
The Duchess of Vorpal.
And you can see me over on Twitter and Instagram @VorpalSword, and that's where I'll be posting like Gen Con happenings, of which there will be many.
Is there one thing at Gen Con that you're looking forward to, either purchasing or experiencing or doing or seeing or meeting?
Y'all, yes. The alpha party will be lit. I guess. And then our room, we're all 3 in the same room. It will be the party room. And I'm gonna bring my PS4, which isn't a tabletop game, but I think it'll be really fun.
Awesome. Very good. Havana Mahoney!
Yay! Well, you can find me streaming here on Twitch 6 days a week over at twitch.tv/Vanna, VANA. You can find me over on Twitter where I talk about, where I share when I'm going live on Twitch, and if I'm over at Geek and Sundry Alpha or here. And that's Havana Rama, HAVANARAMA. And yeah, you can find me at Gen Con. I'll be on the Tabletop Gaming for Fun and Profit panel. And this Saturday, I'm having a birthday stream. So if you
that's right, it's Eric's birthday coming up.
Not my birthday.
Definitely not your birthday.
Eric's. So that'll be on my Twitch channel. That'll be from noon to midnight Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to come by for that, I plan things very last second, but it's definitely always fun when we do 12 hours. There's like special giveaways and prizes and guests and games. So tune in for that. And that's all I have.
Let's cut a big slice of applause for the birthday boy, Eric Riker.
Yeah!
Hi. You can always follow me on social media at Mostly Shit. Or you can follow me on my personal Twitch channel at Mostly Eric, where I play a variety of games and stuff. And I'm going to Gen Con.
What are you looking forward to at Gen Con?
Just that I get to go this year, and like I don't get left out, and everyone's posting pictures, memories, and like people are like, oh, you didn't get that text? Oh, you're not on the group text because you weren't at Gen Con.
It's my wife's birthday, so that's like a double whammy against going for me this year. So,
there's a reason we don't include you in the group test.
Yeah, I understand that.
No,
I understand that.
I want to pimp another thing.
Okay,
I'm gonna be on the Wizards D&D stream this Saturday. It's called La-di-da. It's called Founders and Legends. I'm not a founder, so
you're a legend.
That's very clear.
Might be a legend, but yeah, I'll be playing on the 3 to 6 game.
That's
on
awesome.
Twitch.tv/.
That's too bad everyone will be at my party.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate.
I mean, everybody's got to pay their due respects to Eric.
That's true.
You know, let's be fair.
I'm gonna play a character named "What Are You Doing Here?" Go to twitch.tv/Vanna.
I'm just saying, I might need to.
There's just a bunch of PAs behind. Is she trolling us? Or should we?
That's my character's name.
Should we tell her the names?
I'm just saying, I might need a little bit more support than just throwing it out there.
Speaking of support, a big round of applause for the man behind the cameras and the keyboards, Mr. Dom Zuck over here. You can catch Dom on Wildcards on the season finale. Maybe it'll be back-to-back TPKs for the crew of Wildcards there. DJ Jordan Caves Callerman managed to slaughter everybody last week.
You all died?
Yeah, for as bad as
Wait,
we
what?
make fun of Tom for like he's gonna kill us, he's never killed us ever. But Jordan legit killed everybody on Wildcards
He
last
murdered
week.
everybody on the show.
What's gonna happen?
The Dark God Chaos shoved all their souls back in their broken, horrible bodies.
I'm
so he can do it all over again. Find out if that's what happens this Friday night.
Oh my God.
You can watch a rerun
spicy.
of this show tomorrow afternoon if you're in a strange time zone, or at this point in the show, I'm assuming you're probably watching on the rerun. If you are inclined to watch a rerun.
This is so awkward. Stop.
Stop. Well, we appreciate all of you watching, spreading the word about the show. That's really the only way that we can grow the show is by your word of mouth. So thank you to everyone who subbed up, everybody who tweeted about it. Tell your friends and neighbors about it. Apparently not post on Facebook about it because they lost 20% of their market cap and are $12 billion in the red. So goodbye Facebook. We don't have to ever post on that again. But if you want to gram about us, that's cool. Thanks so much to our mods who help keep the channel safe, friendly, clean, and accessible, especially when we have all these new viewers coming in off of the Twitch front page. We really appreciate your studious and hard work to make it a friendly and welcoming community. And big ups to our clip master extraordinaire, DJ Regular. If you would like to see a choice selection of clips from tonight, of which I have no doubts that there are many, you can join our Discord channel. If you do !Discord, it'll pop up and you can jump in to the forums here and talk about the game with me and the other players. I also, on Tuesday, I would like to point out, I run a GM advice and chat show called The Disorganized Play. Normally I talk about what's going on in the game, and if you watched this past episode, you had some ideas about how tonight was going to play out. Sappho Addict, thanks so much for the sub.
Sappho Addict.
This week, because we are off for Ironkeep Chronicles, on Tuesday I'm bringing in a local Adventurers League extraordinaire coordinator, head honcho, very experienced AL guy. Jay Afrika is coming in, and we're going to talk specifically about convention games, both running a convention one-shot and playing in them as a player. He's going to bring his DM's kit and talk about how, what he's got in his DM's kit. He's also going to talk about how to prep an AL adventure if you don't have a lot of time to run it, like what his process is for kind of sucking in all that information and having a great session at the table. So that is Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Yeah, that'll be a great discussion. I'm really looking forward to that. If nothing else, you can follow all of us at Saving Throw Show. If you did not know that, I'm surprised you got this far into the show without figuring it out.
You need to be insulting. Oh my God. It's really going off the rails fast.
Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, let's dungeon!
Now hear you rascals with your bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes won't be high. He's the master of concealment and an adept at disguise. With years when he's taking faster, that's when fun will lie. He's slain many a villain, be a dragon, buff or wizard. He's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, war and passion, and he sings this song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. There ain't no fun in looking so as trees are on behind. The world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So let your roast propose a toast to these drunken friends of mine. A hero journey far and wide, but in riches, gold and magic, but he never found his true love sight, and it made him sad and tired.